Mics are hot, and the dog is ready to start barking. So
Perfect timing.
It's such good timing. Anyway, hey everybody.
That timing is such champion.
Yep. So, hey guys, welcome to Rise of Tiamat. This is I hit myself with that, a 5th edition module run out of Wizards of the Coast. It's the Tyranny of Dragons campaign. Hi, I'm Vic. I will be your DM for the evening, and I've left all of my players traumatized. So
just a little bit.
I've been traumatized.
I think that's a well, some of
Greyson doesn't give a fuck.
There you go. So I said I have most of them traumatized. Greyson is he's already
He's fine.
He's all right.
He lives in 24/7.
Not like
he's used to it.
Majority of the players were down to rolling death saves last game.
I think everybody rolled with that.
It's fine. His mother's scarier. We all know that.
Hawk was just being dramatic.
Cordelia.
Hawk is not being dramatic.
Cordelia was the only one who did not, I think, fall.
No. Cordelia was the only one left standing.
Cordelia was that good.
Cordelia is that terrifying. Anyway, so do we have any special announcements before we get started?
I got two.
Okay, what you got?
The first one is next week, next Monday, we're going to be doing Session 0 for our Sea Devils campaign.
Excited.
Just letting everyone know that it's not going to be on YouTube or on Spotify or anywhere else. So if you want to watch it, it's going to be there. And if you can't, but you are subscribed on Twitch, you will be able to see it for the next 14 days, 60 days, and then everybody else for 14 days. And that's it. Forever gone.
Oh, fantastic. It's going to be the one night so far
But,
where we're all going to be obnoxious assholes.
Yeah, that's the episode of Unfiltered.
Oh, don't tell me to be unfiltered.
It's going to be unfiltered. It's going to be unfiltered for after the minute mark, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Well, like we already are.
Or maybe
unfiltered.
that's just for YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's who you're playing next
you
week.
say, well, y'all say we're going to be unfiltered, like we're not going into this game as Grayson's last hurrah. So let's see what happens. It's going to be fun. So, yes, thank you for that announcement, Champ. That was a very good one. He says to be kind to one another, and you should all do that. It's very important.
Do it.
Be kind. It takes very minimal effort to not be an asshole. So don't be an asshole.
But it takes effort.
It costs nothing to be nice to people.
Costs nothing. Absolutely zero. 0 cents. We are currently dealing with inflation. That is like the cheapest thing you could ever do. Anyway, so let's do our introductions. As once again, hi, I am Vic. I will be your DM, and I will not be playing 3 dragons at once today. Thank God. I have fun fact. I have only 2 tabs open today.
Woohoo!
All of my stuff is in my notes. I made 3 maps. Be proud of me.
One of them is our savior, and the other one is actual Tiamat.
Yes. That's correct. Wait until I have to play a 5-headed dragon, and then Dragon Jesus. That'll be something.
Well.
All right, next to me is...
Hello, everybody. I am Tabatha. I will be playing Patience / Rosemary, the Tiefling Sorcerer / Ranger.
And you're a special kind of ranger now.
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Because we all leveled up last time.
Yeah, we did.
All right, Jesus, who are you playing?
Hey guys, I will be playing Tarsius Chadington. I am a Minotaur barbarian fighter who just wants to do his best and is totally not taking this L really hard at all.
We're not internalizing that.
No. Why?
No, that's why he's so big, because he's good at internalizing everything.
That's my secret cap.
Oh. Hey, Jeremiah, who are you playing?
It's not an L, it's just not a W. Hello, I am playing Cordelia Chadington, Medusa Fighter Rogue.
Yes. Okay.
That's all I got.
That's it? That's all you got?
I guess half dragon because they didn't touch me or anything. I don't know. Maybe that's the secret cap.
That's the secret cap. All right. All right. And Lynn, you are doing a switcheroo today. Who are you going to be playing?
I am currently playing Lord Greyson Phoebus Tataric, Quartermaster of the Sea Devil, and human conjuration wizard.
Yes. And then we will get to meet the other one soon.
Soon.
I need art of them.
I have art of them. Do you want me to send you?
So I can make a
Send the
card.
art.
So I can make a card.
I can do that. Hold on.
Makes a card very quickly. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Whoopsies.
Good.
Oopsie daisies. Hey, and Sydney, himbo for last. Who are we playing?
Okay. I'm Sydney. I'll be playing Nicodemus D. Hawkins, the human rune knight, who needs to learn how to quit when he's ahead and close his fucking mouth.
Is that even possible?
No, not at all.
No.
But that doesn't mean he doesn't need to learn.
I have nothing nice to say about that.
Humble thing.
Sure.
I mean, there's one way to keep him quiet, but, it's not appropriate.
No. Not around the kids.
No.
It's
There's an 8-year-old child present.
There's an 8-year-old right there.
It's only 7 p.m. The night is
So?
7.
I'm 8, I'm old enough.
It's 10 o'clock somewhere in the world.
Like, Hawk covers Patience's
old
ears.
enough.
You need to stop that. She doesn't need to hear that.
She's heard worse from her parents, let's be real.
Oh, no. No.
Probably.
Alright, so with that, let's roll our intro.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so got our music going, got our scene set as we are currently in the Sea of Moving Ice. As I pull up this whole recap that I wrote for y'all. Alright, because we're now hitting a new leg of the adventure. So, our adventurers have traveled to the Sea of Moving Ice in search of two things. Patience's father and the White Dragon Mask. Oh, three things. And the Drakhorn. Y'all had quite the itinerary. So, along the way, you've met a few unusual characters, rescuing a tiefling woman named Macath, as she was adrift and being hunted by polar bears, and then a group of monster hunters that had been holding on to Cole's trusted fox skull, Mark Anthony. Frosty the Frost Giant had led the party to the Ice Hunters' fortress, an iceberg known as the Oya Vigaton, where beneath was the lair of two ancient white dragons. The ever-watchful and friendly ice hunters, known as the Dugongs, were guardians to these dragons' lairs. With that, because of an altered deal with his patron and more or less warden, Mark Anthony was granted a chance to have a living human body once again. I am stumbling. In order to make sure Patience made it safely into the lair to find her father. Within the lair, you fought with dragonblood oozes, you discovered draconic rune magic, you met a pack of kobolds that worshipped the two dragons, and learned of an ancient wizard known as Melathrond that had been alive during the time of the Spell Plague. You They collected quite the curio of items to aid them on their adventures, most notably a dragon egg from a breed of dragon that's thought long to have been a myth. Found some scrolls, you found some fancy wizard coats, found an interesting bag.
Yeah.
And finally, Patience was reunited with her father. But Patience also soon realized that she was reuniting with not just her father, but the dragon that had originally stolen her from her peaceful home and killed her druid father. Another player that the party had met, but will be more formally introduced to in the future, is the leader of the Cult of the Dragon, Severin, a drow man and Janva's older sibling. Severin brokered a deal with the Old White Death, asking for Cole's life along with the Drakhorn, which was successfully taken to the Well of Dragons. And after a dire fight with 3 ancient dragons and a cleric of Tiamat, the Kraken, which had been frozen within the confines of the iceberg, had been released and forced all parties to abscond. Greyson thankfully secured the party with a swift exit aboard the ship of a former flame, the Mystique and her captain, Gentil de Dumont. But unfortunately, as you were making your way out, you found that your new friends, the Dugongs, had all been mysteriously slain, and in a visceral manner too. So, taking this heavy loss, you are aboard the Mystique, and that is where we are picking up. So let me get some nice open ocean noises.
Gentil, you are such a mystique.
Oh,
Oof.
big oof. So, as you are all aboard the Mystique, as Gentil yells his orders to his crew as they all jump into action, as you see a part of the iceberg just collapse in on itself, and then you see these massive gargantuan tendrils from the Kraken just kind of like curl up from the ocean. I want somebody who is brave enough to roll me a D100.
I'll do it. I do it.
As Patience does it.
Don't worry, you just have all of our faith in your hands.
As the winds in
94.
the area... 94. As the winds around you start to pick up and you can feel the biting cold, I'm going to need everybody to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Is this immediately from where we were?
Yes, this is immediately in the... well, no, this is an element thing. This is the weather getting abysmally cold.
I have 2 levels of exhaustion, so let me look to see if I have any disadvantages with the saves.
Yeah.
16.
16, okay, that is a pass.
My speed is half, though.
Oh, great. Oh, okay.
Maybe not that good. 15.
15, alright, that is a pass. Just passed.
Good.
Oh, shit. That was tough.
23.
Sorry.
23 is a pass.
It's an 8 for Hawk.
That is a fail.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Hawk, I am sorry, buddy, but you are going to be taking another point of exhaustion on that.
Okay.
As the winds are getting colder, as they are pushing through you, and you just feel like your entire body, it just does not want to move the way you need it to. After it's just catching up with like all the exhaustion of everything, of almost dying, of literally facing down 3 dragons and getting knocked down by a psionic blast. But the crew of the Mystique is like working fast, as like they're raising the sails. You see this orcish woman, this really well-dressed orcish woman, as she kind of like throws her hands up, and you watch as the sails fill with wind and the ship takes off. And as you look back, you notice the waters on the Sea of Moving Ice start to kind of bow upwards as something very large is pursuing you.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
So, we're doing a quick little skill challenge to escape.
Great.
I'm sorry, guys.
I need 4 successes. As dark storm clouds are starting to churn around in the air. as it's starting to. It's looking like it's about to rain as lightning starts to just kind of like lance here and there in the sky. And then ahead you watch as the shelves of ice and the glaciers are starting to just kind of churn with the sea and move a lot quicker than they were before. So, who wants to go first?
I got one if no one else does at the moment.
Go ahead.
Can from his exhaustion and everything, he does have high history because we went to school. Okay. Can I roll a history to see if there's anything in any textbook that I've read or anything that I've heard about like what to do or avoid these hazards or anything that might aid
for the natural hazards around you right now or the Kraken?
Little column A, little column B.
All right, sure. All right. Go ahead and roll. Let's see what we get.
Okay. Oh, that's good. That's a dirty 20.
30-20 passes. That's a success. Whew. All right. So, as far as Krakens go, it's only ever been a word of mouth thing. Textbooks are more. You don't really find a lot in textbooks. More so, just old sailor stories. But the main thing that's going to be helping you out is here is you're researching on like you were like researching on sailing, and you have the basic knowledge to know what to do to avoid certain hazards in the ice or on the sea. Since there was like that one point when you were in middle school and you learned about a ship that sunk from a giant iceberg, so you made it your entire focus to learn how to avoid ice on the waters in this off chance that you happen to be on a ship like this.
Oh,
as we all did in middle school.
Yep. That teenage panic is coming in handy right now.
Coming in handy. Okay. So immediately when orders are being thrown out to man the riggings and to like start tying everything down, you immediately go to the forefront of the ship, and you know that tightening up the front sails is what's going to help you keep that speed up.
Front yeah.
As the very handsome Captain Gentil is going to be taking the wheel, as he's barking orders at everyone, and he says, "It is my ship. I will be steering my ship and looking very handsome while doing it." Then he looks back at Greyson to make sure he's watching.
Can Greyson do a skill check thing?
Absolutely. What are you going to do, Greyson?
He's going to use his persuasion to kind of speak with Gentil and just kind of persuade him, like, oh, you've done worse. Like, you can outrun this and try to, like, get him to go faster.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll me that persuasion.
All right, hold on. I have to, like, do an actual dice roll somewhere, so hold on one second.
Okay.
I think on Discord we can do dice rolls, is that correct?
I believe so. I think
I'm doing it in a different channel,
okay,
but
yeah.
Nick can see it and verify it. Hey!
Yep, that is 18 is a pass.
Cool.
All right, so as you were speaking to Gentil and just completely gassing him up.
Oh, absolutely.
It is working like a charm. You know this man very well, and you know for a fact that everything that you're saying is absolutely working, and he is very adamant about looking very good while doing this, as he is swinging the wheel around, trying to like veer past like all these shelves of ice as they're starting to kind of like drift here and there, trying to like close in on the ship, and you all are hanging on for dear life. As this ship...
He's just slinging it across.
He's just slinging it left, slinging it right, and you are all just getting massive whiplash from this. As patients, you feel your father holding tight onto you as he's like also death gripping the railing of this ship.
Because we can't swim.
Nope.
I hope no one gets seasick.
Someone might.
Well, whoopsies.
Hawk's gonna eventually have to make a con save. Alright, so that's 2 successes. Anyone else?
Yeah, Hawk would, like, despite having plopped himself down on the deck, because damn, we don't feel good right now.
Nope.
But yeah, once he sees the water start to swell like that, he's like, no, time to go. Okay, and yeah, he's gonna get up and use his athletics to help whichever crew members look like they need help doing
Alright.
whatever on earth the ship needs done right now.
Okay. Roll me that athletics.
Well, 16.
16 is a pass.
Sweet. Rolled 2 8s.
Okay. All right, so you get yourself up. There's a moment where you stumble the second that Gentil banks like hard to port, and like you've been on the Sea Devil when this was driving, and you thought that was a little insane. This guy is batshit. Like this man is absolutely batshit, and you are fairly confident that he does not care if anybody falls off. He is doing what he does. So
Right.
you see as some crew members are having a hard time tying down some barrels, trying to make sure that they don't like roll to the side and crush someone to death. So you go and you help them, you grab onto the ropes, and you're just like tying them down together. Okay, so 3 successes. I need 1 more. S'il
I
vous
would
plaît.
like to do possibly survival.
You want to do survival. Okay. How are we doing this?
I assume being a very annoying in the sense of looking out at like, I guess she's trying to like guesstimate like with because you said the ice was starting to churn.
Yeah, so the sea is churning right now, and that's causing a lot of the shelves of ice to start to crash into each other and like close off spaces that normally ships would be able to pass through.
Yeah, so I don't know if it would be survival or perception, just basically kind of like keeping an eye out on the ice and just being like, Berg, watch out, iceberg, or something
Okay.
along those lines.
Let's go with survival since it's nature based. Since you were basically trying to keep an eye on how it's moving.
Yeah. Oh, 17.
17's a pass.
Okay, I got scared because I was like, that's a 10.
All right, I'm assuming you were skittering out of your father's grip.
Oh, yeah.
As you like worm your way out, you run to the to the helm of the ship, and you hear, Rosemary, Rosemary, Rosemary.
I'm fine.
As he tries to pursue after you, but then Gentil banks again, and he just like grabs the deck, and it's just like, I don't have any diamonds on me. I don't have any of my stuff. I'm losing my shit. As you basically run your little self to the helm of the ship, and you just kind of like peek up, and you just like every time you yell, iceberg, he'll turn with the ship. So that is 4 successes. Gonna need someone else who's brave to roll me a D100.
I'll do it. I could do it.
Do the thing.
Oh. No, 68.
68? Okay.
1 short.
Damn.
Damn.
Almost nice.
Almost nice.
Almost nice. All right. So this goes on for some time, and then eventually, the storm itself that's beginning to churn is happening, whether or not. But eventually, you watch as the Kraken sinks below the waves, and there's a moment where the water's kind of calm slightly. They're still a little erratic, but it seems like it's gone. And then there's a moment where you feel the waters kind of bow again. And I'm going to need everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw as you feel the ship lurch upwards.
Whoa.
Holy moly. Okay. 19. I got scared
Good
for a second.
thing I have
thought it was a
advantage on
6.
those.
Oh,
That's-
Doc!
That's a 5 for Hawk.
Okay.
Oh no. 19.
19's pass.
I rolled really bad.
Oh,
What
shit.
of 30?
No,
Oh,
I'm not that high of a
Which one is
roll.
this?
Dex.
X.
Dex
Oh,
save.
I
fuck.
rolled a 10 total.
That's a fail.
Shoot.
Yeah.
We go down together.
A good captain always goes down with his sheep.
That's
This
why,
isn't our ship.
that's why
Right?
John T's like, I said a good captain.
Accurate.
Oh!
Greyson,
Oh,
no!
no! Grayson!
Oh.
Oh, baby boy.
Let me.
Greyson!
Oh my lord. Okay.
He's sticking true to his character. I love him.
Oh, love that boy. Oh god. All right, I have something fun for that. Okay, so in patience, what did you get?
I got a 19.
All right, that is a pass. Thank God. We can only have so many conniptions in one day. So-
How are the NPC?
The NPCs, let me roll.
You're used to it.
They're used to it. That's what I was
They're
about to
used
say.
to it.
And if
With how
honestly, if any of them,
this man
if
drives.
they, yeah, if anyone falls off, who's like,
It wasn't
There's
meant to be.
you can either swim or I can shoot you and just end it faster.
Oh god.
That-
R.I.P. Greyson.
This is why we don't. This is why we do not pay up front.
That's pretty good.
So, as the ship lurches upwards, and you watch as the water just kind of like bubbles up, and then it immediately drops down as the Kraken lurches forward past your ship and just breaks through the ice ahead and just keeps on swimming. The ship comes down hard. And everybody that passed managed to keep themselves upright. Everybody who fails more or less gets knocked prone.
Okay.
That's better than falling off.
Yeah, that was very better. You went straight up instead of to the side, so hey, that's something. As Hawk, you hit the ground hard, and you just like feel every point in your back that just hurts at that point. As you're just like staring straight up at the sky. Cordelia, you also kind of buckle and fall with it. Greyson, you,
Oh no.
as you were standing next to Gentil, trying to,
Graceful.
inspire him to steer the ship well, you feel yourself start to slip when the ship jumps up and then comes back down. And right when you feel like you are going to hit the deck and, probably have that be the end of your hip, you feel some very strong, strapping arms catch you.
Catch me around the small of my back and waist.
Catch you around the small of your back and waist as they dip you very dramatically to keep you upright. And he gives you a smile and a wink.
He's just gonna like stare up at him and just be like,
You
I
were
really
always,
hope that's your pistol,
always
I
weak
feel.
at the knees with me, weren't you, Mon Chat Noir?
I really hope that's your pistol. I feel.
Perhaps.
He's gonna put his hand on Jonty's face and just push him off.
Alright, yes you
Off
do.
me.
The foreplay.
As you shove him off, and now you are sailing on slightly calmer waters. It's still a little choppy, but you manage to make your way through, as the immediate threat is now gone. So,
Is the immediate threat gone?
well, I mean, Jonty's still there.
Yeah, exactly.
So, as you are making your way through, sailing, what is everybody doing now that it's slightly calmer, and you are now having a moment to yourselves?
Honestly, Hawk is probably just laying there.
Okay, as Hawk lays on the ground, just completely prone.
Like, he's still bloodied. He's like, this is it. I'm over this.
Yeah. but
My
dude,
legs hurt. I hurt. I'm over, like,
I think
All right.
Tarsius is gonna go over to where Hawk is. Oh, Mr. Hawk, do you need help? Or are you just sleeping on the ground?
No. My hurt.
Okay.
It's been a day. Thank you. I should probably not lay in the middle of the deck.
If after about a minute or two, if Hawk doesn't get up, I'm gonna go grab a blanket from downstairs and then put it on him.
As you're laying the blanket on him, you'll hear you will hear Gentil from the wheel just going, "If he's dead, you can just throw him overboard."
Oh no, he's taking a nap.
I'm not napping.
Oh, he's
I'm
not
having an existential crisis.
Gentil just kind of like looks him over, just like, "You could always take him to my room. I could take care of him."
Like,
Greyson just, do not! Looks at Hawk, trust me. Do not.
like, Hawkins, like, laying there, and then, like, his head was on the deck, and then he just kind of, like, he's sitting there like, my face is covered in blood. I don't know. No, I'm good here right now. I'm
Mon chat noir,
And you
always
see-
so jealous.
You see the expression cross his face, like you see the little gears turning for what little they turn. And then he's like, I think I'm just gonna lay here for a minute. And then he just kind of like scoots over out of the middle of the deck and like leans up against the railing with his blankie. Like,
Oh.
okay, this is good enough. Like, I'm just over it. I'm done.
Okay. Alright, what is everybody else doing? Not everyone all at once.
Patience is gonna just move down from the helm and back over to go and sit by her.
Oh, you are
Right,
being
yeah.
wrapped up in his arms and he's not letting you go.
Yeah, she'll just be like, "So how are you?"
I'm trying to get over the fact that you're here right now.
Dad said it was okay. Immediately says that. Just, yeah, Dad said it
We're
was
going
okay.
to
He said I
address
was old enough.
that when we get back home.
Huh?
We're going to address that when we get back home because I don't know what happened.
What do you mean?
Everything was. Our home was attacked, and
Yeah, I was kidnapped.
your father took you outside.
What was there?
Goodness. Your father ran you outside, and that was the last I saw of him alive.
That's what they meant. Okay.
So I don't know what happened this time. He better not get mad at me because I didn't bring him back. He very explicitly told me not to do that again. I promised to never do it again.
Okay.
So I don't know if this has anything to do with well,
With what?
a
I don't know, the cult was doing some weird, screwy magic stuff in the woods, but we took care of it.
okay. I mean, that's something.
His name was Nirenbane. He was a butt.
Yeah, I've heard about him.
He's dead now.
Good. How do you know? What do you know about that?
My friends and I took care of him.
Your friends and you. You and your friends.
Huh? Yeah.
You together. You were there.
Yeah.
Rosemary, you were. How old are you right now?
I'm 8.
Oh my God, you're 8. You're 8. You're 8 years old, and you're all the way out here. You're 8 years old, and you're taking on this cult.
Again, I was kidnapped by the cult. Stayed there for a year, and then Shervithia rescued me, and I stayed with her.
Who the hell is Shervithia?
A green dragon.
Sure. Okay, might as well.
She taught me about how to use my magic and whatnot.
I guess I will thank her later.
Yeah, apparently she works with Grandpa, I guess.
There's a moment where Cole just like sits there, and then he looks up at the sky. Of fucking course she does. It's like, okay, I will have conversations later. Don't worry about it. What?
How's Mark Anthony doing, by the way, from what I can see?
He's also laying flat on the deck, kind of similar to what Hawk was doing, but he's intentionally just starfish, just like, oh, you have no idea how great this feels. Because Cole's just like, I'm going to address that later, too. I'm probably going to have to call my mom.
Yeah, he just randomly went from skull to this, and he said his agreements changed, and she'll do the little air quotes with her fingers.
This Mark just kind of like, gives a thumbs up. Yep, exactly that. And I'm going to savor this until they change their minds. So, as that's going on, Cordelia, Tarsius, what's going on with y'all?
Well, after Blanket, I'll probably walk around a little bit lost, since I'm sure there's crew people doing their crew things. And then I'm gonna find like a barrel with either powder or fish or something that I can just rest my back on. But
Okay.
I want to try to find something that is away from people right now.
Okay. You kind of find like a spot kind of like near the starboard side. As you're walking by people, you kind of hear the chat like the chat of the crew conversations. One particular that stands out is just like, it's like, I would say that this is probably the craziest thing we've done, but then I would be lying. So, as you go, you find a spot just kind of like a little ways from people, and you find a crate that's just sturdy enough to put yourself against. Feel a few segments in your back kind of pop as you straighten up.
Just gonna sit there and just stare at the water and just like not try not to be noticed, but just like vent to myself and
just sulking. Yeah.
That's what he's doing right now.
All right. Cordelia, what are we up to?
She's basically just kind of holding on, and it's cold.
Yeah.
Is the ship still kind of moving fast? And
it's moving. I mean, it's kind of fast and swayy, but it's not as crazy as it was before.
She's basically just kind of staying close to her brother, but not too close because she wants to have his alone time.
Okay.
But she's there when she's needed.
Yeah. All right. So you're just kind of shadowing him a bit.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Also holding on for dear life because I can't swim.
Fair.
I don't think that he noticed.
At least you're not in full plate mail or anything.
I'm not.
No. So a good thing you're not.
Yeah. I will just completely sink. But still, she doesn't know how to swim.
Fair enough. All right, Greyson, what are we up to?
He is probably avoiding Gentil at all costs, as much as he can.
All right. Which he, for the most part, is making sure he's the one sailing out, but every now and then he tries to catch your eye.
It's not working.
Gives you a little finger wave.
Nope.
Blows
not paying attention. Nope.
Always so hard to get.
How long is it going to take?
To
get back to where we need to go?
Get back to where you need to go. Are you asking Gentil?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's see. I started in Neverwinter, and made my way up here. Took a couple hours. Well, took a couple days. I don't know. Where are we going?
You're going to Waterdeep, right?
Well, I am now.
Well, I was asking DM.
Oh. Yes, you are heading back to Waterdeep.
Oh, okay.
So he would, if you ask him, he would say that they started in Neverwinter. And as you know, there is a very outrageous storm happening in Neverwinter. So it'll take you about a week to get back to Waterdeep. A little over a week.
He'll just kind of cross his arms and just be like, you know, the actual pirate lord can get there faster.
Roll me persuasion, Greyson.
Oh, good boy. All right, hold on. Nice. Hey.
All right, yeah, 19. So he just kind of like looks over at you, doing his best not to look offended.
I am outrageously offended.
Outrageously offended. What do you think I am?
Not a pirate lord.
You have insulted him.
Good.
Well, if you want us to go faster, then I could make us go faster.
Then do it.
And then he starts yelling at his crew again. Taking out his pistol, he fires it straight into the air. So if anybody was not expecting that, you are now startled.
Yeah.
Fuck, what?
Patience doesn't flinch.
There's a moment where Cole just kind of just flinches slightly and he just sighs. As the crew is now motivated to work faster. And the ship kind of pulls along a lot quicker now.
Oh, good.
Is that to your comfort?
Yes, thank you.
Alright, so you've now cut maybe a half a day off of your journey.
Oh, well, whatever.
Like, Hawkins go over to Greyson and be like, your friend is terrifying. Who does that?
He's the worst, trust me.
I mean, you're always welcome to help with your little magic tricks.
I would not expend them on you.
Such a tease.
He just rolls his eyes like, oh my god.
Hawk just looks at Greyson. Your little magic tricks.
I remember when we would share our little magic tricks with each other.
Oh.
In the privacy of my own boudoir, of course.
You see Greyson like just audibly groan. Like, oh my god.
Mine were always better, flashier.
Grayson's gonna like look at Jean-T and then just, when we get to port, the sooner we get to port, I'll meet you in your quarters.
Oh?
Faster get to port.
Well, now we're going real fast. Everybody make me a deck save.
No! Really?
Yes.
Alright.
As he fires his gun again and starts, yelling at everybody to go faster.
That's a 5.
Greyson, what the crap?
Oh, see, that's what happens when you.
I'm not any better.
For everybody who
11.
needs to know. Greyson has rolled 2 zeros in a row for his dex saves.
No.
Yes.
He's really going out with a bang, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, you scheduled it.
Bang,
Yeah.
bang, bang.
So, what did everybody get?
I got a
11.
5.
That's a fail. You got an 11? That's a fail.
24.
That's a pass. Hawk, what did we get?
We have disadvantage, so it was a natural 1.
Okay.
Plus 3 is a 4.
Okay. Roll me a D100.
Okay. $48.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll. Good news is you're not concussed.
Oh.
Bad news is you're taking 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, great.
And now you're unconscious. No.
As the ship lurches forward, you kind of don't have your weight distribution kind of gets thrown as you were, wearing some pretty heavy armor, and you just fall to the side. There's a moment where your head hits the railing. That's where you were kind of holding on to, and you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. Tarsius, also roll me a D100.
Yep.
And also patience.
Okay.
And let me roll something else.
Boy.
56.
That's
Okay,
wrong.
Greyson, also roll me a D100.
Oh. Uh-oh.
We're just all gonna die.
It's not
So
the
56.
dragons that are going to kill us, it's Gentil's driving.
Yes, absolutely.
The real
What'd you get?
BBG.
3. All right.
Hold on.
What do we get, Greyson?
3%.
71.
All right.
3%.
All right. So, Greyson and Tarsius, what'd you get?
56.
Grayson got a 71.
71.
And 56.
56. Okay, so Tarsius and Greyson, you are going to be stunned because you're going to hit the deck hard. And
Of course.
Grayson, there's a moment where you think Gentil's going to catch you again, but he just sidesteps and lets you fall. And you're going to
His
take
character,
5.
yeah.
You're going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage, and
Okay.
Tarsius is only going to take 1. Okay.
He's mooing the
As
biggest
you,
moo.
as those that failed all fall prone, and for those that rolled above a 50% are going to get stunned. And let me roll for patience.
Oh boy.
All right, so you get 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you go down.
I look like crap. Victor.
Yes. Oh my lord.
Ow.
And Gentil looks very proud of himself for watching you fall.
Good.
As he just looks down at you, falling for me already.
Hawk there's like, he's kind of funny.
And you're kind of pretty.
It's like Hawk just like stops smiling and like big eyes at Grayson like,
Do not. Trust me. Do not.
Hawk is fighting for his life. So,
like this bitch is crazy, but why is he hot though?
so it's going to take you guys about under a week now to get back to Waterdeep.
Okay.
Meow.
If there's any, he is ready. As you guys travel back as quickly as possible in less than ideal conditions, as you fear for your life every fucking day. You
We
do
didn't
get long
any
rests.
long rest.
Yes,
We
you
didn't
get
get any long rest.
you get at least a couple days worth of long rests, as you're able to like hunker down for some nights, woken up with a start every morning from Gentil's laughing and then gunfire, and then repeat for a couple of days. Some days where there are some days where you kind of get thrown awake from the ship turning a little too fast, but nothing very. I mean, it's not like you're sleeping on top bunk, so you're all right. So, sorry, Jimmy.
I was like, that was a dig. I don't appreciate it.
So eventually, Waterdeep is in sight as the Mystique makes port. And I'm going to need everybody to roll me perception.
Perception.
S'il vous plaît.
Oh, please. Yeah,
Ooh,
don't.
a total of 10.
Okay.
5.
18. 5. Cordelia, what we got?
11.
11.
Rolled
All right.
Low.
All right. Greyson, what did we get?
I am rolling right now.
Okay.
14.
Okay. So the first thing you're going to notice, let me change this. Yeah, come here.
Ooh.
All right. It is. Well, it should be about mid-afternoon when you guys are pulling into port, but it almost looks like the early hours of the morning, as the entirety of Waterdeep seems to be covered in this heavy fog. Let me find. There we go. All right. As Waterdeep itself is covered in this heavy fog that you can only make out a couple of ships docked out on the edge. As Gentil swings this ship in a little faster than need be, there's a moment where you are terrified you're going to crash into something. And there's a moment where you hear something scrape the hull as they arrive against the dock. As Gentil very proudly announces, "We are here." So, then he looks to Greyson.
Grayson will just kind of roll his eyes and just walk into the captain's quarters.
Okay, and Gentil will follow.
Cool.
As the crew starts to kind of prepare get the ropes down to tie the ship for docking, and everybody's starting to kind of like unload supplies and basically ready for their departure. Grayson walks into the captain's quarters. Gentil follows after.
He turns around to face Gentil and says, "Lock the door."
Oh? Really?
And as that's going on, Grayson's gonna grab one of Gentil's very plush sitting chairs and like pull it to the center of the room.
Okay, and he quickly locks the door. You all audibly hear a lock on that door.
What are they doing? We just docked.
What they're doing is between them and God. Come on.
As Cole grabs you by the hand, Patience, and it's just like, let's just go. So,
You want to send a message to Dad? I can't do that.
well, I'll get around to that. Let's just get on solid ground, please.
Okay.
As you all more or less file off the ship, unless you tell me you're not, then okay.
Yeah.
So, Grayson, as Gentil locks the door and steps towards the chair, he kind of looks at you with a quirked brow.
Grayson will just kind of saunter around him.
Okay.
Sit.
As he will take a sit and just look up at you and just say, "So, how do you want to begin this?"
He's gonna stick his boot right between his legs
Okay.
onto the seat
All right.
and just be like, this is good memories, isn't it, Gentil?
I say so, yes.
You know, you got here a lot faster than I thought you would.
What can I say? I'm quite, say, a performer. especially when motivated.
Greyson's going to conjure a like a thing of rope.
Okay.
He's like, "Do you remember when we used to do stuff like this?" And he's gonna start tying him to the chair.
Yep. Okay.
Does he allow it? Like, is he cool with it?
He's letting it happen. He's intrigued.
He's great. Grayson's kind of like getting into his face, and like his voice is really like hushed and suave.
Oh yeah, he's going for it.
Okay, cool. Tighten the knots on his wrists like a little hard.
Little ooh la la from that.
Little, he will walk around back to the front.
Uh-huh.
I have something very special for you.
Oh, and what will that be?
Greyson will turn his back to Gentil and he will start casting a spell.
Okay.
Which is, he's basically summoning Dis into this room.
Okay. All right.
Summon greater demon.
Summon fiend.
Yep.
As you use the scroll that your husband gave you to use in case of emergencies, there's a plume of fire that erupts right in front of you that burns a hole into the wood. As the smell of smoke and brimstone and sea salt fills the air, as you see this hulking fiend walk out of the fire and just looks at you and then looks at Gentil. What the fuck is this?
Darling, he touched my back and I didn't like it, so I got this for you. And he gestures to Gentil stuck to a chair.
He touched my back.
As Dis is about to argue, Dis is about to argue to only use that scroll for emergencies, and you say he touched my boot, and he just, oh the fuck he did! He grabs Gentil by the chair and lifts the chair up with one arm, flips it upside down, and like sticks it onto the ceiling as he's looking this elf up. It's like, do you want me to fucking kill him? I'll fucking kill him. I'll rip his little fucking head off.
Oh, killing him is... that ends the fun a little early, don't you think?
But he touched your boot.
He did touch my boot. Maybe he shouldn't be able to touch anything ever again.
So I should rip his hands off.
Listen, it's not even my birthday.
You would look dashing with hooks, no?
Suddenly the Gentil in our game gets a fucking eye patch and a hook and a peg leg. So...
Oh my god.
Okay. I mean, I can break his legs, I can drown him.
Do whatever your heart desires, my love.
It's not even my birthday.
Shall I leave you to it, or do you want me to stay and watch?
I mean, I feel like you want to watch.
A little bit, yes.
All right, and then he is going to rough up Gentil quite a bit.
Yeah. We
Very
don't have
much.
to go into detail. He just beats the shit out of him.
He's gonna, so more or less, Dis is gonna beat the shit out of Gentil. And
Yeah. Finally.
then, eventually, the door is gonna open. Dis is gonna be holding the door open for Greyson, and Gentil is gonna be more or less Family Guy death posed on the ground. As he just, it's like, after you.
Dear? Walk off and meet up with the rest of the group.
Okay. So as you're all kind of like walking out onto the docks, you see Greyson rejoin you, and this time with Dis behind him.
Oh, hey, Mr. Greyson. Hi, Grunkle Dis.
The fuck did you just call me?
Grunkle.
The fuck is a grunkle?
You're my grand.
And then Cole's just like,
Uncle.
don't call him that. He doesn't like it.
Everyone, as he's gonna address the party. It's been a blast. I am departing.
Oh, okay.
What?
Like leaving?
Turn to Cordelia and Tarsius. Like, I've never had an issue with you. You two are great. Your father is a bit of a dumbass, but, you know, you can't choose your parents. And he's gonna immediately look over at
I think
Patience.
Tiamat chose, but yeah.
She'll just look up at Greyson.
Absolute psychopath, and I hope whoever meets you gets away from you as soon as possible.
Wait, who is that?
It's Patience.
She's gonna raise a hand.
Nope, not taking questions at this time. Nicodemus.
Yeah, it's great.
I hate you. I don't like you. I never want to see you again. Anyway,
Wow.
I'm leaving now.
Here, I thought we were starting to get along.
Do not bother me. Do not call me. Do not message me. If the whole place blows up, I will be safely in my demiplane. Goodbye.
Yes, speaking of, I need you back home because Phoebus tried to eat a whole wheel of cheese and now he's like throwing up everywhere.
I can just picture this putting like little puppy pads.
And little newspapers just laying them out everywhere.
Yeah.
Patience
You
still
throw up
holding up.
on these.
When Dis says that, Patience holding up a hand at Dis now.
Okay, you get one. What?
Can I hang out with my cousins?
Sure,
sometime
whatever.
in the future?
Yeah, just whatever you want, I guess. Just message them. Just don't message us.
Okay.
Thank you. I don't think Greyson's in the mood to take social calls anymore. He's
Retiring permanently.
permanently this time
Permanently.
for sure, for real. Are you really doing that?
You have nothing to say in this, sir. Mr. Steal the White Dragon Mask and go on a joyride,
Oh,
which I
thought
will
you
never
forgot
forgive
about
you
that.
from.
I thought you
I
forgot
don't
about that.
forget anything if it makes me mad.
Wait, so that's where the white dragon mask went?
What happened?
Long
to it? We
story.
never
Long
saw
story.
it.
Yeah, long story. It got lost.
Great.
There was an old cranky turtle with a sweet ass, and they went on a boat.
With
Out of context, that is fucking great.
Yep.
a turtle with a sweet ass.
Yeah, he's probably fucking dead by now, for all I know.
Turtles live a really long time.
Not this one.
Oh,
Not if you stab them.
congratulations on your retirement, Greyson.
I have him on my VIP list. We'll see.
Makes sense.
He will just kind of hook his arm with Dis's really proper and just be like, "Let's go."
Okay. Yep. What about your mom? Are you gonna fix that, or are you gonna just leave that to your dad?
It's his problem. He married her.
Fair.
It was nice meeting you, Lord Greyson. Cordelia's gonna
Of course
do
it
a
was.
proper bow.
Yeah.
Tarsius is doing a bad wave and then like, oh yeah, and then do a proper bow like he was taught.
He'll just be waving as he's walking away. He's like, not even paying attention.
Pageant wave.
Like, and then Hawk calls after him like, "Thank you, you
Grayson flips him off.
grumpy bitch."
His wave just slowly turns into a middle finger.
I really do think he's taking a liking to me.
So
I
as
think if you
Grayson
were less dramatic, he would like you better.
Grayson
Yeah.
saunters off with his husband to the bougie ward of Waterdeep, you're all left standing on the docks. Where are we heading? Where are we going?
Go look at Cordelia and like give the biggest puppy dog eyes. I'm really hungry. They didn't have a lot of food.
Look,
Yeah, I
I'm
think-
scouring in my bag. I don't have anything.
I know. Can we go eat? I got.
Yeah.
What about the tavern that your uncle's own?
Yeah, let's go get food.
As Cole kind of like takes a minute, he's just like, "Wait a minute! Oh my god, you're the kids. You're the two kids.
I'm not a child.
Well, you were
She's
the
a child. Pointing at patients.
with the baby Minotaur and the baby Medusa that I met very briefly a few times, and you were very large, sir.
Thank you.
As Mark kind of like slaps Cole on the shoulder, and it's just like, lad, can you shut the fuck up and let us go eat? It's, you know, Cole kind of like moves forward with the slap and just like kind of starts walking with your hand, Patience, as you all kind of make your way to Uncle West's tavern, and Cole does take a moment to like stop, and he's just like, oh shit, West.
Oh my god.
Yep. So as you guys make your way to the burning
So
boar,
you're that guy that Uncle West keeps talking about that blows away in a 5-mile wind.
Yeah, he would say that. That tracks.
Oh, neurotic wasn't the term?
West didn't know the word.
That is a cookie word. That is a big word for Elmo.
That's a big word for Elmo. All right, so let me get you all at the burning boar, where you make your way through, and you notice that this fog is very persistent as you make your way through, and eventually the streets are kind of winding. Look at this fancy new map I made. Everyone be proud of me. Please clap.
It's beautiful.
Man,
Thank
West
you.
cleaned up, huh?
Yeah, we really cleaned up. All right, let me give everybody control of their characters because I did not do that.
Ooh, shiny.
Did Xavier help clean up?
Yeah, definitely.
I can imagine Wes just putting everything under a rug.
Basically, yeah.
Because it's clean.
And then he rolled that rug up and he threw it out back.
I was like, why is this rug so thick?
Carabal's just like, what's on this rug?
I do love
Carabao secretly vacuuming.
He's always sleeping in front of
was like,
Yeah, Carabao was like stealth cleaning the entire time.
Wes is like, it's like a magic rug. I throw it dirt in there, it disappears.
Shits, okay. Yeah, let's get Hawk. So as you make your way into the tavern, you find it very quiet for the hours that it is. Oh, I gotta give somebody... well, no, you're not... Okay, there we go. Eventually I'll give somebody else control. Okay, so as you make your way into the tavern off of the misty streets, you find it very quiet. A nice warm fire is burning as the chill is... While it's not as cold as it was up north, you can feel the winter chill starting to settle in for the coming winter months. As you step in and you feel the warmth of the tavern, you see Uncle West has cleaned up quite a bit, rearranged a few things. As you see him standing at the bar with Jamal, you see Xavier kind of like cleaning a couple of plates with a rag. Trixie curled up in front of the fire, just kind of slow roasting herself. The only patrons you can see are a couple of people sitting at a table towards the back. You see Carabao, surprisingly, sitting at this back table, hunkered down with a familiar guard that flirted with Hawk.
Surprisingly, you can see him.
Yeah, surprisingly, as they're all kind of hunkered around this table, you see another tiefling man, short brown hair, kind of short horns. You see this massive lizard folk that's just very, very wide and looks very much like a gator in all respects. And then next to the tiefling man is this older hobgoblin man that seems to just be wearing very fine clothes, very nice white clean shirt that's opened up. He's got a nice gold chain across his neck, and he's wearing a kind of a black waistcoat that just kind of sits very loosely over his thick waist. As they're all kind of sitting casually in the corner, playing cards. Just kind of talking amongst each other. So you all enter into the tavern. Larkspur, you look up when you hear the door open, and you see a group of very eclectic individuals kind of walk in looking very worse for wear.
He'll just kind of quirk his brow and just keep an eye on him, but he'll go back to his cards.
As you kind of look up, you feel Donnie kind of nudge you in the rib and just go, hey, keep your eyes on the cards, all right? You watch, I'm about to smoke you, man.
He'll just go back to his cards.
Okay, so as you all walk in, and West also looks up as he's just like, first he sees Tarsius, since Tarsius is the largest presence in the doorway.
Yep.
Just like, oh, you're back, and he looks over and he points as he sees Cole. Where the fuck have you been? Cole just kind of like stops like a deer in headlights and just like, I was kidnapped, West. And it's like, oh, really? Couldn't call, couldn't write. You were kidnapped. Was it kidnapped like you were kidnapped with the goblins, or was this like an actual kidnapping? Cole's just... And Cole just very angrily marches forward. It was a white dragon. Thank you, West. Thanks for looking for me, by the way. West just kind of like puts a hand on his chest. I didn't know you were missing until your daughter showed up and said, I can't find my dad. Yes, Patience.
When Cole says, like, thanks for, like, looking for me, Patience is just gonna walk up to him and just hold out the Rocky Talkie. Here, Dad, you forgot that.
As Cole just slowly closes his hand around the Rocky Talkie and puts it in his pocket. And Wes said, yeah, I would have known you were kidnapped if you maybe had something on you that would have, like, told me you were kidnapped. Because he, like, reaches into his pocket and he pulls out his Rocky Talkie. Because, I was taught this thing called open communication when we have problems. And, I thought taking a trip to hell would help open you up a little bit more to that concept. But, whatever. Just sit the fuck down. What do you want to eat?
Cordelia's actually like kind of immediately going behind the counter, give Uncle West a quick hug, go back to the chair.
Wrap you. He's wrapping you up in a hug, just like. Oh.
It was like, yeah.
It's very warm.
Like finally.
So you finally get the chill off your bones.
Yeah. Like I want soup.
Soup. All right, hot soup. All right, Xavier. So he yells for Xavier. Xavier like slips and drops the plate, and you hear it crash. He's like, "Fuck." Oh. Shit. Yes, sir. It's like
just sweep it under the rug.
He kind of like kicks it under the counter slightly. I'll get it in a minute. Soup. You said soup. What kind of soup do you want?
Hot temperature wise.
Okay. Yeah.
Spicy wise.
Not spicy? Okay.
No, hot spicy wise.
Oh, hot spicy wise. All right.
It's very cold up there.
Okay. I mean, you guys look very cold.
I miss the warmth.
And did you two, Mr. Tarsius?
Oh, I mean, you don't have to call me Mister, because we're like cousins or whatever.
I mean, you're kind of a patron right now, and I'm trying to have good customer service.
Oh, then, hello, sir. I would like a veggie wrap, please.
Okay.
With extra veggies and extra wrap.
All right, and he's gonna look to everybody else. Hawk. Hi, Mr. Hawkins.
Hawk is gonna like stop and be like, "No."
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, Xavier, it's okay.
I'm so sorry.
Hawk is gonna reach over and like to shake Xavier's hand. It's okay. How are you?
I'm okay. I mean, I could be better. I'm okay. I'm okay. Let's just go with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just whatever is the special, whatever the fuck you want to give me. I don't care.
Okay, sure.
As long as it's warm, please.
Okay. I can do that. Then he'll look over to your family, Rosemary.
Spicy soup. Can I have mead?
Cold Toast. No, you cannot have mead.
Basil said I was old enough.
Mark's like, she's old enough. Let her have a little. Look at her. She's so tiny. She needs to warm up. Cole's like, I liked you better when you were fucking skulls. I swear.
Like you hear Hawk whisper, she'll sleep really well.
I'll put marker there, and then you can sit next to Dad. All right. Okay. So soup, veggie wraps, mead? Question mark. And Wes is like, I'll do the drinks. Just go.
Or mulled wine, one of the two.
Ooh.
All right. So Zeppy runs into the back to go start preparing food. Lark, you hear all of that commotion happening.
I will also add, sorry.
Yes.
She's going to take the bag of holding and sit it up. She's going to open it enough to where the egg's sticking out, and she's taking her paints and she's going to draw a face on it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Cole just looks. He's like, what is that? Where did you get that?
Face on the bag?
Power.
Is
I
that
would
why
like-
you're drawing it?
Well, she's taking the egg out. It's still wrapped up.
Oh,
but
the
she's
egg,
opening
egg.
it up
So the egg's wrapped in a
so
little
she can
cloth.
see it enough
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
make it
I thought you
draw
were
a face
drawing
on
like a face on your bag of holding.
it. No, she's drawing a face on the
Yeah, on
egg.
the egg.
Hawk
Okay.
is like, don't touch it.
I'm not
Why?
physically touching it. I'm
No, why
touching it with my-
should we not touch the egg?
Hawk, it does necrotic damage.
It's a spicy egg.
That is not a spicy egg. That's dangerous, Rosemary. You should not be touching that.
You already named it.
It's just
Yeah, it's named Gren.
Why
it's
did you
just
name it?
deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs.
I'm. Why is it named Gren? Because look, and then she's gonna draw like a really, really crappily done it's like Kilroy was here as
Oh my
like
God.
smiley face.
Well said.
As at your table, Larkspur, the green hooded man that you come to know as Carabao kind of sets his cards down and is just like, I'm gonna fold for now. I need to go meet with my family. And he's gonna get up and kind of bamf his way over here. Gonna give you a tap on the shoulder, Cordelia.
What? I'm gonna look the other way.
He takes a seat next to you. Just gives you a pat on the shoulder. Just, hello.
I can see you.
I'm allowing it for now.
Weird.
I'm
Your jacket
I
will
love it.
help.
I'm allowing myself to be seen because I have friends over playing cards with me. So Wes is like, yeah, Cal's got a card club now.
Oh.
I think he
Cool.
met him in the underground.
Like the Underdark Underground? Or...
Well, no, not the Underdark, but like the under...
oh.
You know, and...
That kind of underground. Okay.
as Donnie kind of calls out, this older hobgoblin gentleman, as he just kind of like calls out, he's just like, hey, we're all people here, right? So your friend Carabao, we kind of met, we shook hands over a couple of stories, and, you know, I heard that you had an up-and-running tavern. I wanted to check things out for myself. I kind of like to be the everybody guy that shows up and, you know, make sure the neighborhood's running cleanly, everybody's, like, keeping their, you know, their noses, assholes, and toes clean, right?
You saw him?
I'm very perceptive, thank you. What, Hellcat got your tongue? Nobody wants to say hi?
Hello.
Hello, thank you, someone with manners. It's kind of like nudges you, Larkspur. It's like, kids these days don't got manners.
This is the hobgoblin?
Yeah, it's the hobgoblin. This Lark is just like, Farron, excuse me. Farron's just gonna be like, just take it easy on them. They look like they've been knocked around a few times. Not in the fun way either.
Yeah, Cordelia's gonna kind of sigh because she's just kind of exhausted, I guess. So, but she will go down over her seat and say, I apologize. Where are my manners? And then she will take a bow and was like, Cordelia Chadington, at your service.
So the
And then go back
hobgoblin
to her
just kind of raises a brow. Chadington, huh? Oh, okay. Fancy.
That's what they always say.
Yeah, sounds very
He's
fancy.
kind of fancy.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
After Farron speaks, you just see Hawk, like, he didn't turn initially, but you see him smile and, like, look over at Farron and be like, and not in the fun way.
Yeah, you didn't look like you had a good time.
No, I didn't.
It's a shame. I mean, if you need healing, I have a cleric friend here that could fix you up.
Like, Hawk leans.
As you,
Okay.
he's as Farron indicates to the tiefling man sitting across from him. As
Yeah.
Farron just kind of like gives a wink. He's very good with his hands.
Good God.
Hawk is gonna be like, I mean, that's good to know. If I ever need some healing. Oh, at the moment, I'm as healthy as I'm going to get, I think.
All right. Well, just saying.
Hawk will get up and, like, walk over, and while their food hasn't come yet, and, like, sit on the ground next to Trixie, and like start to talk to the people at the table.
As the boar kind of gives like a little bit of a snort and just kind of like starts slightly as you sit down, but then she resettles. Just kind of like wriggles her head to kind of like sit on your knee so that you can, you're forced to pet her.
Like, Hawk's gonna be like, glad you remember me.
As Donnie just kind of like gives this little bit of a sour look as he just kind of like looks at Farron, just like, hey, don't be, soliciting my guy here, all right? Like, that's a Chadington over there. They can hire their own healers.
I'm not a Chadington.
No, but your friend over there is. She just, threw out the name Chadington. We all know who that is. It's one of them stiff upper lip types that, hangs around city council.
That's
Fair.
father.
But you also don't know them.
No, that's a very fair point. I don't know him very well.
Father's the one who's in the city council and all that stuff, political stuff. Me and my brother usually do the grunt work, if you will. Though mother doesn't like it, but...
As Farron will kind of like lean in and he'll just kind of like gesture to them, to all of you, for Donnie, and just be like, they're the heroes that the city council has hired to investigate the imposing threats of Armageddon, the apocalypse, blah blah blah, the whole cult thing,
You let Hawk lets out this big sigh.
Yep.
As Donnie just kind of like looks at all of you, just, so you're the poor mooks that are, more or less getting paid to do the big man's work for him.
I look towards Cordelia. Wait, we're getting paid?
We're getting paid.
Look at that. They're, like he turns to you, Larkspur. They're not even getting paid. Can you believe that?
We're getting paid? I haven't seen a penny. Or I haven't seen a copper.
Once again, those rich bastards swindled these poor kids into free work.
I have 15 gold.
I have 3 copper.
Man, you should have somebody negotiate for you or something.
I gave my money to Piggles.
Oh no!
Oh, R.I.P. Piggles.
Our parents are rich doesn't necessarily mean we're rich.
Wait,
See, this is what I'm saying. They're taking advantage of people like us. You should get a representative to talk for you, so you can get at least a good even Stevens working wage.
Yeah. Hawk's that's gonna have to be one of you. I am.
Like my guy here, he's gonna put a hand on Lark's shoulder, just like shake him. Like he don't work for free. He we got a barter system going. Either you do favors or, you pay them in whatever way you can.
I do work for free.
Yeah, but it's good for you to have some kind of income. Oh, you shouldn't
Sure.
you shouldn't be soliciting yourself to people that are just going to take advantage of you. I'm just trying to look out for you. I've always been looking out for you. He's going to kind of like ruffle your hair.
I'll just bat his hand away.
As Cole is going to be at the bar, just like listening in, and just like, so you all have been working for the Council of Waterdeep. You've been letting my daughter work for the Council of Waterdeep, and being sent on these dangerous, life-threatening missions.
To be fair,
Do you even have a cleric?
no, we don't.
To be fair, we didn't have control over her.
And to be fair, your significant other, your husband, I'm sorry, I don't know the exact circumstances of that. Her other father said it was perfectly fine.
Yep.
Um,
Said it was okay.
I'm going to have a talk with him when I see him.
Didn't you have a little rock thing that you can talk to him right now?
He gave me the other one so I could keep talking with my dad. And she's sitting there and she's continuing to draw the...
Hawk's gonna be like, that wasn't far from here, was it? I know
So
I met y'all right after, but...
you will know that the High Forest is like a couple days from Waterdeep.
We can go there after a night's sleep. Help you. We can escort you there.
You?
His patience is busy doodling, not paying attention to any of you.
I mean, we can, but again, and then she looks at her dad. I don't have the sending spell. I think you do.
I'm going to talk to him soon. Just let me get my bearings.
You're delaying the inevitable.
Wes just shakes his head in disappointment at Cole.
I'm gonna look at Cole. It's like, but it's been a week.
Oh, wait. True.
Was it like a week that of
Yeah.
travel? Yeah.
It's been a week of travel, and it's like, yes, and Cole's like, yes, and I have some travel lag, and I would like to recuperate before then. I'm getting to it, okay?
I'm just gonna whisper. I'm gonna whisper to Tarsius. I just want to see the family drama. I'm intrigued.
She's even patient. It's like, why don't you want to talk to dad?
I'm going to talk to him. I just need a minute, okay? Don't pressure me.
Hawk's gonna be like, I get it. To be fair, the way that maniacal little croissant drives that ship, I would want a break too.
Maniacal little croissant. I love it.
Thank you for using that.
You're welcome.
But
So,
Patience just being like, okay, well, since we're talking about stuff and you need time to, I guess, talk with dad, what were you doing there?
Oh yeah.
Cole just kind of drums his fingers on the counter. I was looking for you and looking for wherever they might have taken you. I was told
In the north.
I communed with who I needed to commune with, and he told me to go north, and so I went north.
I thought you weren't. You weren't supposed to talk with Grandpa either.
It's West. You hear West from the other end of the bar. Yeah, I thought you weren't supposed to be talking with him anymore. I thought you said you retired, Cole.
I'm gonna look towards Cordelia. I'm like, man, this is really good tea.
As Jamal just kind of like starts pouring you all some mulled wine.
Do I get mulled wine?
You get a small cup.
Hawk will be like, do you actually have tea?
As Jamal looks to you, he's like, I can get some brewing if you like.
If it's not too much trouble, I don't drink.
I thought you did drink.
Nope.
It's not. Hawk does not drink. Farron just be like, "Oh, so you're just like old Larky over here, huh?"
Drink sometimes.
Yeah, but you're drinking plain water right now, as everybody
Gotta
else
stay
here is
hydrated.
enjoying. Meat is hydration. There's some water in there somewhere. As he's like speaking of, and he slides over to where Cowboy was sitting and scoops up the drink he had right there. This is now mine. I call dibs.
That's how that works.
Hawk is like, I mean, I drink on like a really special, like if someone was getting married, but I don't. He's gonna like 1,000 yards stare for a second and be like, I don't drink. And then pet Trixie.
Farron just kind of like leans on the table like with one elbow, and he looks to you, Lark, and it's just like, what? You don't even, not even in the old sacramental wine every now and then?
You not too long ago.
So what?
He said I drank with you not too long ago.
I know. I'm just teasing you. Can you take a joke? Goodness, you're so stiff with all those ropes on you. As Farron does mention that, Hawk, you do see that this man has ropes crossed across, like along his torso, his arms, his legs.
I have art.
There is art.
There is art. I'll post it. Post it, Rod. There we go. There he is.
Excuse me while I.
That's not
You're
what
welcome.
I wanted.
Oh yeah, Hawk's gonna sit there and like, yes, actually look at this person and be like, okay. Huh. He's just gonna sit there and be like, all right, that's rope.
Hey, kid, if you're gonna be gawking, you can come sit at the table with us. I can deal you in.
I don't know how to play whatever that is.
Oh, fantastic. That means I'm gonna win a lot faster. Oh, relax. I'm not playing with gold today. Not today.
What are you playing with?
Just playing for fun.
For fun. Well,
In a good mood. I want to relax. If we start playing with
Sure.
money, I start getting a little on edge. So we're gonna just play for fun.
understandable, and Hawk will kind of get up and shuffle over and in. And yeah,
Alright.
shake people's hands and introduce
Alright.
himself to the people he does not know.
Name's Donovan. You can call me Donnie though.
You can,
See, as the hobgoblin reaches over to shake your hand.
Nicodemus Hawkins. Hawk.
Right. Okay, so I take it you don't like Nikki.
No.
Okay, good, because I got a guy named Nicky. Don't want to get confused.
Hawk.
Alright, so Hawk it is. And I think you're already acquainted with Farron. And, go on, don't be a stiff. And he's gonna, like, nudge you, Lark. Be polite.
He'll reach his hand over and shake Hawk's hand.
Hawk's like, a pleasure. Just like, firm handshake.
You hear a snort from little lizard folk. And Donnie just like, and that's Fishes. Just don't worry about him. He's just here for security.
Nice to meet you, fishes.
He gives a grunt at you.
Hawk's like, good to see you again, Farron.
I know, it's always a pleasure to see me.
You know, I used to think people thought the same way about me.
I know people usually feel that way about me. Or at least I leave them with smiles. Or I like to think so. I don't tend to look back when I walk away.
I do. I'm curious.
Well,
I wanna know.
You know how curiosity goes.
I do, but I've been alright so far. Kinda.
So Donnie starts dealing out cards, and you guys kind of more or less just play. It's a fair game. He teaches you a bit how to play the game. And you kind of get the hang of it, but you find yourself losing a little more than like a first couple times. But then once you kind of get the hang of it, you more or less it's a fair even game. It's like so Hawk. Tell me why you using your group coming in looking like banged up puppies. What's going on over there?
Just got back from the Sea of Moving Ice.
And why is the council sending you out so far?
To try to retrieve something that we did not get, and it's a lot of story.
I mean, I got bad knees. Once I'm sitting, I'm gonna sit for a while. So if you want to tell me, you can tell me.
Donnie, have you ever gotten your ass kicked by 3 ancient dragons?
I can say humbly that I have not, and I don't ever want to look into that.
You don't. You don't.
I'll take your word for it.
And a kraken.
Oh, I mean, it's a miracle you're still here.
I suppose you can thank one of our companions for that. And he'll, motion over his shoulder to Mark Anthony. It was a rough trip. A cold trip.
I mean, it's getting cold now. It's like, what? About end of the month, it's gonna be almost solstice, right?
Yep.
So.
I did send you a DM, by the way.
Oh, okay. Let me go stare at it.
You don't have to stare intently.
Oh.
They're super intently.
Oh, yes, you are good.
Probably before we leave town.
Yes, okay.
I don't want to forget.
Okay. That is fair. That's a good point. That is something that we have to bring up, so we're going to bring that up. So, Hawk, over the course of your trip back to Waterdeep, you've noticed that the hemming on your pants has been getting a lot smaller, and you've noticed this time that when you walked into the establishment, you had to kind of duck your head slightly, as you were now standing at about 7 feet tall, almost 7 feet tall, as you had quite the growth spurt because Rune Knights. And everybody else would have taken notice of this at some point. Tarsius, you noticed that you are looking down at Hawk a lot less.
Hey. Oh, you getting your second growth spurg.
And here I thought I was tall enough. Hawk seemed like before we leave town I need to buy some pants, or my ankles are gonna freeze off.
I mean, are you saying this at the table?
Yeah, he'll as he's sitting there with his cards and over his shoulder, because everybody brought up planning what before we leave town and do whatever we're gonna do. Hawk's gonna be yeah, I need to pit stop for some pants.
It's fair, and just I kind of noticed you did get a little more tall and strapping.
Oh, thanks. I didn't think I could draw much more attention with my good looks, but apparently being taller does that.
All right, settle down, you flirts. Donnie just kind of plays his cards. Easy now. This is a clean game. It's not even 5 o'clock.
All right.
That's most peculiar. Yeah, I mean, not everybody gets a second growth spurt like that. You got something weird going on with you.
Magic, kind of.
No.
And he's gonna point at the rune mark on one of his bracelets.
Oh, I've seen a guy with something like that around town. Kind of comes and goes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Never met somebody else who deals with them.
I guess, is it not a common thing that you don't have a club or nothing?
I started learning on my own, so I kind of just taken trips and talked to giants and learned things. But I've never happened to run into another rune knight. I know they exist, but I don't. I also guess I haven't actively sought one out, so there's that.
I mean, if he's in town, you could always go check him out. He's at this new magic shop that just got set up a little ways.
Oh.
So it's a little ways down. We got your one friend set up down there, don't we, Locke? The what's their name now? And let me just look at my notes. You know, you helped him out with the
Maloon.
Yeah, they're going by another name. They got like paperwork and shit for that. They're going by Q now.
Mm.
You know, I guess a safety thing or whatever. I don't know, witness protection. You didn't hear that from me.
And that's the Rune Knight's Q?
Well, no. Q's not the Rune Knight. Q's the person that Lark knows that's in a... We had to get them set up and comfy somewhere because they're on the run. So they're kind of keeping low in a magic shop. The Rune Knight likes to use the forge next to the magic shop every now and then. They got like a deal or something going on.
Oh.
They are not on the run.
I mean, they're in hiding.
They are clear of their burden.
Say what?
They are clear of their burdens.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you do your thing. I got you. But still, while they clear their burdens, other people ain't gonna forget them. You know that, right? And when you're messing around with, like, you know, people that are like dealing with like cults and, you know, evil wizards and shit, you might want to, you know, keep your head down.
True.
What
Best not to go telling everyone about that.
I'm pretty sure they're all, you know, they're adventurers. They're working to fight the cult or whatever. The one that, you know. Anyway, I don't go running my mouth every time. Just in a good mood.
Be like, this Q. He wouldn't have to be like a particularly greasy being, would he?
No.
Okay. Sorry, I had a friend who said they had to skip town and to make sure it wasn't the same one. What's the name of the blacksmith?
Oh god, I'm not good with names. Hold on, let me think. And by that
DM
point,
looks at his notes.
no, DM looks at his notes. By this point, Zeve is bringing out food for everybody. You are all getting Tarsius to get your veggie wraps.
Oh yes.
But you're also getting everybody's getting a soup bread bowl because I'm dying for one of these.
Yes.
It's a nice, spicy, kind of like hot soup. It's made with onions. It's very cheesy.
That's
it's
funny.
delicious.
We just had bread bowls.
God, I fucking want a bread bowl so bad right now.
Saturday.
Fuck yeah. So, as he brings all that out for you, he kind of goes back into the kitchen. By this point, let me see if West hears anything, because we got to figure out if West is actually paying attention. Barely. Okay. As West looks up, but by this point, Cole is making sure patients that you are, you know, eating your food, and he's not even looking up, and it's just like, and then he looks to West. Are they talking about Care? And West is like, oh yeah, Care's in town. He's been kind of going back and forth, like doing odd adventures, coming back, and you know, we see him every now and then. See, looks over to you, Hawks. Like, yeah, you can go meet with him if you want. He's all about the Rune Knight stuff. He does magic items and stuff. Could probably learn from him. Then he kind of reaches across the bar to kind of like give you a light knuckle on the arm. Tarsius, be like, you can learn something from him too. He's saying.
Okay, I like learning. Oh wait, speaking of learning, I'm just looking for Zevi in the back.
All right. You kind of see him every now and then, kind of like walking past the door.
Everybody's like, oh, he missed me. Oh, okay. I'm gonna wait until
Eventually, he's coming back out to like grab like a dish rag and some stuff.
Yeah.
There he is.
Hey. I was talking to your dad because like, look at my new wizard robes.
Oh, okay.
And I was
fancy.
like, oh, can you teach me how to be a wizard? And he said, no, go talk to Zebi. So I'm talking to you. Can you teach me how to be a wizard? There was like books or something, right?
I mean, oh God, Dad. I mean, I'm not technically a wizard. I was studying to be a knight that specialized in magic, but not technically a wizard.
Oh, okay.
I think the books he's talking about are books that I read when I was like 6.
Oh, okay.
So,
I'm older than 6. I can read them.
okay. I mean, I can go find you those books somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks.
Okay.
I'm gonna look towards Cordelia. I'm gonna be a wizard.
Nice. You're gonna do some magic.
Yeah, I've been practicing when no one's looking. It's not really working because I don't know what I'm doing, but now I have a path.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Maybe you'll be better at magic than me.
What? No.
I'm not even good at magic, but you know.
That's because you haven't tried.
All right. So.
Yeah. I always failed.
Oh. So eventually, a few hours pass. You all enjoy some nice hot food. You kind of heal a little bit of something in your hearts. I mean, not enough, but it feels comforting.
Yeah.
And eventually, Donnie kind of throws the cards down. He's just like, "All right, I think I'm gonna go make my rounds. I'll see you wherever." And he'll just kind of like pat Lark on the shoulder and just like, "Yeah, take care of yourself." And he's gonna saunter out with fishes.
Lark will just kind of wave him goodbye.
Yeah. Him and fishes depart for the day. So, you all have had a hot meal. Hawk, you've more or less made some new friends. What does everybody want to do right now?
What time is it?
It's currently. I would say it's about a little bit. It's not evening yet, but it's now getting into like 4 or 5ish o'clock. As you guys have been sitting there for a while, just kind of resting.
Probably just eat and hang out with like the fam. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then whenever anyone's like, "Oh, I guess we should like depart," I'm gonna use that as an excuse to eagerly just go upstairs and like read my books.
Okay. Right. Cordelia, is there anything you're gonna do?
It's just that I just want to hang out, basically.
Okay. So you hang out with your Uncle Cal, Uncle West, as you all kind of like talks amongst each other.
Yeah, maybe like if they need some kind of help, I'll do it. Stuff.
Okay. All right. All right. Patience, is there anything you'll be doing?
At first she's gonna be sitting there and just looking at the egg that she just recently put a smiley face on.
Yes.
And
yes.
she's just gonna talk to it and just be like, I don't know if I'm doing this wrong. I mean, in Melothron's notes, it mentioned something about like it'll hatch under weird circumstances. But every time I touch it, it's spicy.
Cole's just like, maybe you shouldn't touch it. Maybe you shouldn't touch it.
She thinks for a second. She's like, I could always look at that book again and maybe ask the book if I.
What book?
You're gonna like as soon as that happens, Hawk's gonna be like, "What book?"
Oh God.
Like if his ears could perk up, they would.
No book in particular.
I'm lost. What book?
Hawk's gonna look at Cole and be like, and describe that book and be like, look at Patience and be like, "Did you take it?
No.
Tell me you didn't take it."
No, I did
Rosemary?
not take the book.
Rosemary,
I did not take the book.
give me the book.
No.
Give me the book.
No.
Rosemary, if you do not give me this book right now...
You'll what?
Oh. Whew!
I'm just grabbing my soup bowl. I'm just like,
Right? Hawk's like, sip the tea.
I will get your father involved in this.
I'll get your dad to deal with this.
Mm,
Your father's going to hear about this.
I feel like
Plot
you're
twist,
gonna
Addie
lose
wouldn't give a
that
shit.
argument.
Rosemary, give me the book.
Why?
Because, judging from your party's reactions, this book sounds like it's very dangerous, and it sounds like you shouldn't be holding it.
I think I'll be fine.
I think you should give it to me.
I think it made me had an entire breakdown, and your dad's probably right. Sorry, kid.
Rosemary, I would like to see the book. Please.
She's gonna just put the bag of holding in her lap, pull out the book a little bit, and then put it back in. There, you saw it.
You are such a... okay. Rosemary, I would like for you to hand me the book so that I can look at it.
Will you give it right back?
I want to look at the book, Rosemary.
Will you give it right back?
I need to look at it to make sure
Pinky
it's...
promised me that you'll give it right back.
Don't you bring pinky promises into this. Rosemary, that book is very dangerous. It's very dangerous.
What is it, Grandpa's?
Maybe.
I mean, he's not.
I need to look at it so I can make sure it's not.
And what if it is?
Then I'm going to have to do something with it.
Maybe you shouldn't have the book. I mean, you've already talked with Grandpa. You're already working with Grandpa.
It's temporary.
Is it? She's looking at Mark when he says that.
I mean, you know how it is. He says it's temporary, and then it's like a slippery slope. You just kind of snowball your way down, and the next thing you know, you say the wrong thing, and you are a skull again. So.
She'll let him. She'll pull out the book and
Okay.
just set it down.
Alright, so she's going to set the book down. He's going to slide it over to him. And Cole is going to start studying this thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So,
Because of a specific thing that he has.
Yep.
Yeah.
it's like, I'm going to take this upstairs so that nobody is around if anything bad happens with it. So,
What about you?
Like, don't talk to it.
I will be fine. So Wes is like, I'm going with them.
Can I
Zevy,
come? I've talked with Grandpa. He's not
No.
that bad.
no. Says, well, Wes just kind of like walks around the counter. He just like slaps Zevy on the back. All right, you're in charge while I'm gone. Zevy's like, I'm what?
Aw.
It's like, please don't leave me alone.
Patience just sitting there watching them go. I'm never gonna see that book again.
As Mark's just like, no, you're not.
Ah.
Both Cole
Damn.
and West go upstairs together.
She's just gonna turn back around and just talk to. It's like, did you see that, Gran? This is BS.
Oh, it's a big word. It's a big word for Elmo.
Said BS.
So, all right, Hawk. Is there anything that we will be doing today?
Hawk is just gonna, after the book thing, he's like, okay, now that is not here, he's just gonna sit there, and just spend his evening talking to whoever drifts around and talking to Lark and Farron and just
Okay.
relaxing.
All right, Lark,
Spend
as you
time
have
with people that are closer to his own age that don't hate him.
Yeah, more or less. All right, Lark, as you are getting to know Hawk a little bit more. Don't know what y'all are talking about. I'll leave that up to y'all.
He'll just sit there quietly and listen to Hawk and Farron speak. And he'll interject every now and then.
Okay.
But he'll mostly be a listener.
All right, sounds good. All right, so while you were having that conversation, at any point, Lark, is there anything that you want to do today? Lark?
Think so?
No? Okay.
He has nothing on his docket, at least. If it does get towards nighttime, he will excuse himself and be like, "Oh, I have to take care of things."
Yeah.
I don't know how long everyone plans to stay there.
I think everybody's planning to keep parked until to rest themselves. So
Yeah.
Oh well.
So once it reaches evening, you'll get up and excuse yourself. Farron is like, so when are we to meet again?
Who's he talking to?
He's talking to Lark.
Oh. I suppose whenever you need me.
Oh, you're always so hard to get.
Apologize.
No, it's fine. If I need you, or if I need another drinking friend, I'll skulk around and in every tavern I find until I find you.
Doesn't mean I'll
Really?
always be in a tavern.
I know, but that's usually the only places I can find you.
Hmm.
Don't exactly have a church.
No. If you feel brave, you can find me on the ground.
I'm quite brave enough to traverse underground.
There you go then.
Alright, fine. I will ask around for the handsome priest that's all wrapped up like a pretty present. I'm sure they'll point me right to you.
I'm sure they will.
Alright. Until next time, and he will give you a little wave and blow a kiss.
He'll just roll his eyes and sigh. Keep it to yourself, Farron.
You know I can hardly do that.
He'll wave back at Farron, and he'll wave at Hawk too.
Hawk will just give him a smile and be like, and nod back at him. See you around.
Alright, so as Lark departs for the evening, and I assume everybody else is gonna rest here for the night.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's take a quick break here, and we'll come back and see what y'all want to do in the early morn.
All right.
What is this message?
What?
Speak, go.
How do you start? Oh my god, so much stuff.
Brother, why happening? Very bad. No today, no good. Good gone. No good at all. All bad. Deafened me. Love you, wish you here. Save me some time and we'll just jump. Wait.
right, let's get back into this game so my players can stop bullying me. IRL. So.
I'm not bullying you.
Yes, you are. So.
Not bullying.
I will bring those 3 dragons back. With vengeance. So. It is the next day as you all went about your respective, nightly routines of resting. West offered rooms for everybody, so you all had a nice room to sleep in. Hawk, if you so wish, there are extra clothes that I'm sure some people can lend you, specifically people that might be taller than you.
Do you need clothes?
Like, can I borrow a pair of pants for the day?
Yeah, of course. Here you go.
Okay. He's like, I can kind of squeeze into my shirts. It's like a medium. I'm like one of those guys that buys shirts a size too small because I think it looks sexy, but it's not.
Okay.
He's like, I could kind of make this work for a day, but the pants, not so much.
Yeah, I only got 1 shirt, so
You're good.
It's a nice shirt too.
Yeah.
Like Hawk is literally just in his civvies. He's not like no armor, no nothing. He's just like, it's fine. I just need a pair of pants.
All right. So as you all get up, Tarsius's pants are going to be a little bit big on you, Hawk, but you just managed to kind of like tie them up with your belt, and then it does the trick.
Wait.
So as you all, Farron is gone by this point. Goodbye, Farron.
Bye.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. So you guys eventually trickle your way downstairs in order of who gets up first. There will be hot breakfast waiting for all of you as Xavier is preparing a nice breakfast spread for everybody. Some nice morning. There's mulled wine. There's some nice crisp ales. The morning is a little bit chilly, but the fireplace just kind of seems to offset the chill for you all. And it feels a lot more comfortable than where you were a week ago. As West eventually makes his way down, he looks to you, Patience, to be like, yeah, he's still doing his thing. If you want to spend the day doing whatever, you can. Yeah, I know he does that.
Huh?
Yeah, I know he does that.
Like, what is he still like looking at it? Or...
He's communing, and I'm pissed at him about it, so I locked him in his room. So it's fine. He doesn't have any of the stuff. It's not like he can go anywhere.
But he's a spellcaster.
Yes, he is, but he also needs components for his higher level spells.
True.
And he doesn't have any of his scrolls, so fuck him.
You're in timeout.
Yeah, he's been fucking timeout. So,
Patience just...
what,
Yeah, she'll just... I'm assuming she's walking around, and again, she has the...
Got the egg all wrapped
shirt
up in a...
Wrapped up. Yeah, she's just looking down at the egg and looking... Do you know anything about dragon eggs?
West will just look at it. No, I don't.
Okay.
As Jamal's just like, what do you... Don't hold it like that. Don't hold it like that.
I'm being careful.
I'm
being very careful.
Okay. All right. Just put it on the table.
Okay, yeah, she'll go over and do that.
All right. He'll like lean over and he'll kind of look at it and be like, I've not really seen one of these.
It's a gym dragon.
That explains why I haven't seen one of these. They're not very common. So, what are you gonna do with it?
I was gonna take care of them.
Sure. Okay. Good luck.
That's not reassuring with how you sound.
It's fine. It's fine. You'll do great. Hopefully.
I mean, they mentioned something about, like, I don't know, granted it's a wizard, and I would think their thought process on dragons I will take with a grain of salt.
As you should.
But they say, like, it should hatch under mysterious circumstances or odd circumstances.
So when they say that, what it means is that the dragon egg is going to hatch when it's good and ready.
Okay.
It's going to do it when it wants to.
Okay.
basically under ideal conditions or whatever that may be for the dragon. You know, it's whatever that it's comfortable with.
Okay. She's just gonna look down at the egg and just. Do you have any idea what I need to do? Do I need to put it like?
Make sure it has food, because if not, it's gonna think you're food.
Well, no, I mean to get it to hatch.
Oh, well.
Because I know when you touch the egg, it hits you with necrotic energy.
Yeah. Okay, that's fun. Don't touch it.
That's why I have it wrapped up in this.
Or maybe touch it. I don't know. I've never worked with these before.
What was that he
or
said?
Maybe touch it. I don't know.
Maybe she's gonna touch the egg.
Okay, roll me a Constitution save.
And it's like, oh, okay, touches the egg.
I think Cole's not here. He's gonna have a heart attack.
Well, he's
It's
upstairs. Okay. He has no freaking control on this.
No,
Hawkins.
He has no control over his children.
Hawk's like, don't touch it. What?
23.
That's a pass. As you touch it, and you are going to take a little bit of damage, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
As you are only going to take 3 points of necrotic damage, halved, so 1.
Okay. Yeah, just ow.
As that one, it felt like a zap, like it but it didn't hurt as much as the first time, and you felt a little bit of movement within as you touched it.
She'll just start talking to it in Draconic.
Okay, as you do that.
I don't know how long you've been in there, but do you want to come out?
Does nothing.
Okay.
As Wes is like, that's fun. Anyway. Alright, what are all you yahoos doing for the day?
I'm gonna go study.
Oh, sir.
Random
Trixie.
dog outside.
As Trixie goes up to demand her breakfast.
Kind of looking Cordelia to like, that's what I'm doing. Please don't let me study. With that, like, I have homework to do and I should do it, but I don't wanna. What are you doing?
I thought you wanted to be a wizard.
Yeah, but like, I mean, it's gonna take some time.
Honestly.
Okay, he's gonna like to move his chair away from her. Final study. Even though this is a thing that he chose to do.
Hawk is gonna be like, I've got to go to a tailor. I think I might seek out that other Rune Knight. Might wander around and look for someone. See.
As Trixie is eating her breakfast. Thank you, Champ. So,
Champ's helping.
he's helping with the ambiance. Xavier just kind of like wipes a bit of the counter. Like he looks like he's just like wiping one spot as he's listening. Just, you guys gonna? I don't know. I'm sorry for imposing. Shouldn't you go talk with the council or something?
Oh yeah.
I mean, Mr. Donovan had a point that maybe you guys should be getting paid for all this.
True. We don't have good news for them. I don't know how much of incentive that is for them to pay us.
Well, I mean, if you have somebody, I don't know, representing you, maybe. I don't know. Don't ask me, please.
I wouldn't. That's not something you would want. And honestly, your dad pretty much told us all to fuck off. So there's that.
Okay.
Looks towards west. Do you want to represent us?
I'm told that I'm not allowed to go near any government building, like within 500 feet of any government building, so...
I'd like someone to tell me that.
Patience would just kind of like listening a little bit, and then just. Did Mark come downstairs?
Yeah, he's sitting there. He's eating his breakfast.
Are you familiar with council shenanigans?
Oh, I'm the same as him. I don't do anything with any of that.
Should we...
All right, well, have fun. And he just kind of like grabs like a couple of slices of bread, and he's gonna like walk out of the tavern.
Where are you going?
I'm going to go enjoy my day. Enjoy the fact I have legs for now. So, you're old enough to do whatever you want. So goodbye. I'll see you around. He's gonna walk out.
Should we ask Samantha to do it?
I mean,
If you recall, your father and Samantha are currently stuck in Neverwinter.
Yes. But they can represent us in his thought.
Fair. That's a very fair point.
Do we represent ourselves?
I mean, I'm more of a looker, not a talker.
I can talk. I just don't know what to talk about.
Technically,
getting paid.
we are Chadington.
Okay. I mean, you just want me to say that? Like, hey, we come here to you can pay us, please.
I mean, maybe a little more delicate. I heard someone once tell me it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And honestly, they made a point. The fact that we almost died.
Yeah.
All of us doing this stuff. I've got to be the person that says when you're putting your life on the line for something, you should be compensated for that.
This
So
Wes kind of like scratches a spot under his armpit and just like smells it for a minute. Like, back when me and the party, me and the party were doing adventuring. Chadington did set up a guild for us to like get paid that way.
Oh.
And then handle all the paperwork and like, buying us shit or whatever. So like maybe if you guys, show up as a guild or under a guild.
We are the Chadington Guild.
I mean, technically we are adventurers, so we need to get paid.
Yes.
We did the job.
We did the job.
Probably failed about it, but
no,
we did the job.
We did a good job because we are alive.
that's true. They didn't win because we're still alive.
That's
We didn't win because we didn't get what we needed.
So
No one won.
So it's a net
As a
neutral.
stalemate.
But we got it. I hope. Okay, I feel confident that we can have this negotiation. I feel that we're gonna do a good job.
And I guess also we do need to tell them what happened.
Yes, we also need to do that.
All right. So you guys finish up your breakfast, get cleaned up for the most part, and I believe you're making your way to the council.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. So while we are doing that, I have to eventually get Lark on the Waterdeep map. Oh. Yeah, you Greyson, you're gone.
Get out of there, Greyson. Get
Yeah,
out of here.
Retired. Boop, 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 boop. Where are you? There you are, buddy.
Tired.
Finally retired. Good for him. He did it. Let's finally get on the damn map. There you are. No, let's not put you there. You're down over yonder. Alright, so as you all are starting in the dock ward, Lark, you are also starting in the bit of the underbelly of the city. As you do your normal morning routines, your normal morning rituals, start your day, you start walking around every now and then, touching on any downtrodden people that you see kind of sitting in the street.
Mm-hmm.
I will have you roll me a perception, if you would please.
Okay. His first roll, everybody.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Yay.
You got this.
Is it perception?
Yes.
Okay. Perception. What was it? Two. Nope. Plus 3. Hey. 16.
15. All right. So as
16.
you were 16, excuse me.
16.
So as you were walking around, doing your normal duties, checking on people, just keeping an eye on, see if there's anybody that needs any of your services. You start to hear.
It's still foggy, right?
Yes, it's still very foggy. So like this fog has not left, like at all. This has been here for weeks at this point.
Got it.
And it has people concerned. As you, and the fog is like fairly thick, but there's some points in the day where it kind of lightens up, but it's specifically in the mornings and nights when it gets really bad. But as you're walking about, you start to hear a commotion, like a clamor of people, kind of like a large group of people just kind of like talking and like being very, very loud. And you hear a few exchanges of words, that being end of times, failure, city council, those rich fuckers, cult of the dragon. Like you hear those words coming every now and then from this clamor of people, as it looks like they're all kind of like sitting around, kind of like a notice board, and just like talking very loudly and very upset.
And see what's on that board.
Okay. All right, so you see that one of the people is posting up basically like these handmade flyers. They're not very well made, about the idea of upending, basically overturning the people that are on the Council of Waterdeep, and wanting to run an election of their own to get people from this end of the city into a seat of power. As you've got somebody, as you have somebody that looks like they're from Donnie's crew, talking very loudly about how the city council has done absolutely nothing for any of these people, any of us that are on the bad end of things. Nobody looks towards us. When the dragon attacked first, as you remember, there was a very big red dragon that showed up within the city and kind of like caused a whole lot of damage, and had people terrified for a very long time. You heard about some heroes that took it down, but as far as like repairs go, at least on your end of town, there's not been a lot done to help people out. As a lot of people have lost their homes, they've been displaced. Shops had to close down, and there's a lot of people that are very upset about it. But you see one of Donnie's guys kind of like rallying up the crowd and just saying that we need to hold like a basically a petition to have somebody from y'all's end of things to get on the city council. And lo and behold, the name that they're using as the person they're nominating is Donnie himself. Saying that he is a man of the people, that he is going to be the one that makes the big changes for everyone, that he's gonna make sure that everybody gets taken care of, because he's the guy that everybody goes to when they need to be taken care of.
Is Donnie there?
Donnie is not there. No, you just hear his guys talking him up.
Okay. He'll go and speak to the guy who's rallying the crowd.
All right, he's like, "Oh, Lark, what's up? How's it going?"
Does Donnie know that you're doing this?
Yeah, no, he put us up to it.
And
What?
he thinks this is going to work.
Well, I mean, who else is going to listen?
Do you really think that the council will take your petition?
Well, I mean, not right away, but like if we get enough people talking, if we have, the populace of the city with us, then for sure someone's got to listen. I mean, come on, Lark. You know how it is. Like we go up there. It's like a whole parade. You got to go up. You got to make an appointment, and then like half the time they just turn you away from the door because they take too long to even answer you. Say somebody's busy. They say that they're out of town or whatever, or they don't want to deal with it. Nobody listens to us.
I understand.
And like everybody's scared because we got this whole big apocalypse thing happening.
Yes, I've heard about that.
Right, so like, what are they gonna do if Tiamat shows up?
Nothing. Hide in their basements, probably.
Exactly, they're gonna hide in the basements of their big fancy castles while everybody like us gets trampled. Like what happened with the dragon like some months ago.
Do you think this will work?
I mean, Donnie's pretty confident about it.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I mean, he's gonna like hand you a couple of flyers. Like you could just like post these around town, maybe. Leave them in some taverns here and there. Just drop the word that Donnie's gonna take care of us.
I can do that.
Yeah. I mean, if you're feeling really brave, you can like sneak one up to the city council and just like stick it on their door or something. I mean, they won't bother you. You're a priest, The guards are scared to touch you.
I can certainly try.
I appreciate it, Larkin. Kind of like gives you a slap on the arm.
Ugh. He'll actually like reach his hand over and like grab his shoulder like in a nice gesture.
Yeah. And he'll just kind of like put his hand on yours, just be like, I really appreciate what you did for my sister. You're a really good guy.
Now, let's see about getting these flyers up around town.
Yeah, of course. So, you'll be following them around for a hot minute, kind of posting up flyers every now and then.
Mm-hmm. And he'll just walk straight up to the council building if he's nearby.
Okay, cool.
Just straight up walk to it and like slap it on the front door.
All right, awesome. Let's see if anybody notices that. All right. Okay. So you go do that. You walk away, and the guys you were hanging out with, they would be kind of like watching around the corner, and you do that. They're just like, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. He's like, and they kind of like eventually once they're done, they'll just kind of go about their day. So, all right. Anything else you want to do, Lark?
He'll continue like putting the flyers around. Once he gets done with that, he'll continue just walking around and talking with and healing any wounds of the homeless that he finds.
Okay.
Giving them like a coin, like a gold coin every now and then.
Oh, how sweet. Now let me roll something real quick. Oh, all right, dude. So as you're kind of going about doing your business, eventually you're going to hear a familiar voice call out to you from a shop. As, Mr. Priest, Sir Priest. As you see a very peculiar-looking dragonborn kind of like leaning out of a shop door. A familiar one at that.
Yes.
With the kind of like the iridescent scales and kind of green tufts of fur kind of like across their chin. As they give a enthusiastic wave to you.
He'll walk over.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Yes, it's excellent to see you. Thank you so much for everything.
Are you doing well?
I am. Yes, they set me up with the shop over here, and they're gonna indicate to the magic shop that they are currently working at. There's a big red sign up top that says you can't miss it.
Glad to see that you're doing well for yourself.
Yes, of course. I couldn't have done it without you. Would you like to come inside? I have a just to show you what I'm doing nowadays.
Of course.
Yes, okay. So they will gesture you inside.
Hmm?
So let me put you on that map. Copy you, Expo. Alright, we put you. Put that down there. Okay. Alright, so let me move you all to the map. So you enter into this lovely magic shop. As you see that it is very ornately, even though the outside looks very run down since it's on the dock wards, so things kind of look a little rough on that end. But when you walk in, it's like a completely different room, as it is just this very rich wood across the floor, very nice carpet, very ornately embroidered. These beautiful glass cases that are lined with items, and then high bookshelves that are lined with like these very expensive tomes. The first thing you notice is the taxidermized dragon head that is mounted on the top wall, and you see kind of like a brazier just kind of like sitting in its open jaws and burning with some fire. As you also see this undead wight kind of like shambling around in the back end, kind of like with a duster as it's kind of like dusting the shelves very stiffly. And then you see this very deathly thin individual in this kind of like pinstripe candy red suit. Yep, candy red suit with these dark suspenders and a nice bow tie. As he turns around, it's like, hey, you brought me a customer. All right. Welcome in. And he's gonna kind of like shamble his way forward towards you. And he's gonna just reach out and shake your hand. His hands are like clammy cold. Like there is no warmth to him.
Would Lork know what this being is?
You've heard rumors about him, so
yeah.
Nobody says much of anything about it. Like they don't want to, you don't want to sound rude, but you've heard rumors that you think he might be of the Itchnay variety.
Yeah.
So he shakes your hand very enthusiastically and says, "I see my new associates brought you into my humble abode. Welcome. This is Jakey's Junk Stop. You can't miss it." And may I am Jakey, of course. I am the proprietor of this shop. And who may you be, my good sir?
Larkspur.
Larkspur, very nice to meet you. I see my associate Q is doing a great job bringing me in some good clientele. Now, what can I interest you in, Mr. Lark?
Oh, we'll look around.
Of course, I'm always right here. I'm always good to strike a deal. I mean, I always manage to procure the finest of magic artifacts and if you have any you want to sell, you could always bring them to Jakey. Jakey will cut you a great deal.
Good to know.
I'm an easygoing guy. I'm always open to bartering. I may look like a stiff, but I sure ain't a stiff about my prices, all right?
Oh my god, he's like a used car salesman.
Absolutely. He's gonna kind of like sidle back up. Just like,
he'll just kind of wander around the shop.
All right, so you wander around the shop and you see a variety of different objects. You see like enchanted swords and weapons, shields, armor. You see like a lot of spell tomes. You see scrolls kind of like sitting in a jar. You see like pendants, rings. There's like potions kind of like lining the wall on the back end.
Oh, does he have health potions?
I do have health potions.
How many and what kind?
I've got quite the variety. I've got like maybe 2 of the supreme variety. I've got tons and tons of the regular ones. I've got a good couple dozen of the greater ones. Take your pick. I mean, however many work for you.
He'll take the 2 supreme ones.
Alrighty, so 2 supreme is going to be a number.
Okay.
What does it cost as a potion? So the supreme is going to be. Okay, D&D Beyond quotes me at 5,000.
Okay.
So if you're gonna take both of them, you know what? I'll cut you a deal on it. Normally I put them at like the 5 big ones a pop, but you look like a guy of the healing variety, so I'll just bundle the two together for you. So that'll be 5,000 gold for the supreme healing potions.
Okay. He'll crack open his alms box and then hand it over.
All right, cool. Oh my goodness! All right, I love a customer that's very upfront. Would you like to start a tab with me?
No, thank you.
Oh, well, I mean, you can always change your mind later.
Of course.
Is there anything else I could interest you in, Mr. Locke?
No, I think that'll be all.
No. You don't need no bags of holding. You don't need any enchanted rings. I've got this very fancy, and he's gonna gesture to a mount right under the dragon. See this here? This is the Dragon Slayer sword. I recently procured this one.
I don't need any swords.
Are you sure? Because I hear we're going to be dealing with dragons a lot, so you might need that at some point. But if you're not a sword guy, I understand. Let's see, I got potions of haste. I got boots of flying. I've got wings of flying. I've got rings of mind shielding. I can't guarantee there isn't a soul in that. I also got decks of illusions.
I'll stick with the healing potions, thank you.
All right, fine. If I see you around, you can always stop in. Feel free. I always get new stuff every week. I kind of deal with adventurers. If they find something they don't like, they bring it to Jakey. I get them a good price.
I will keep that in mind.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your patronage.
He'll just look at his old friend and just...
Yeah, Maloon will smile at you.
Okay.
It's like, he's fun, isn't he?
He's quite a character.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm glad to see you're doing well.
Yes, I feel very safe working here. I don't think anybody's going to come looking around, especially when Jakey has the place warded.
Good. And if you need anything, you let me know.
Of course. Thank you. All right. So, as they will wave goodbye, they'll go back to manning the desk at the shop as you walk out and continue on with your day.
Okay.
All right. So, as you do that, let's go back to our people as you are heading to the city council. As you make your way to the main doors, you will see a flyer posted on the door that talks a lot about basically nominating Donnie to have a seat at the city council, as they are not doing a great job of taking care of the people that are considered downtrodden and a little less off.
Ew, politics.
The patient's like, I can't read. So as you all see that, let me go put you back on the map. Put all of you guys. Oh, don't move the map. Don't move the map. Alright. So you all see the flyer? I'm just walking right in.
I mean,
I guess so.
yeah.
Oh, Sydney, you're muted.
Okay.
The audible.
Fuck. So yeah, you saw the flyer on the door.
Yeah, and Hawkins sit there and look at the fire and be like, I know we're here to negotiate being paid for what we do, but they have a point. This council is a bunch of rich people who don't live in the city. I mean, they do, but they don't. You would think that the people would get representation. It doesn't say Donnie's name on the flyer.
It does mention a Donovan.
Okay, Hawk probably won't put two and two together. We're not that smart. We'll have to be like Donovan. I mean,
He did introduce himself as Donovan, but call him Donnie.
he did.
Yes.
Okay. I sit there and be like, I wonder if it's the same. I mean, it could be this. Like Hawk is sitting there like, but anyway, they have a point. I don't know that much about politics, but feel like, given the state of things, representation for the people would be nice too.
Yeah. People need to be heard. That's what, at least that's what we do. We try to make sure that everyone's represented.
Mm-hmm.
I guess look towards Cordelia because it never, like, crossed his mind. So the meetings don't have people from the actual town? I mean, we're not from really here either.
Are any of the council members of Waterdeep actually from Waterdeep?
Well, I don't know. We could ask them.
Because if they're not, that makes even less sense.
But we could start by asking them, and then maybe we can bring other people in. Because that'll be nice.
That's true. Maybe inspire some good some fucking thing into these people, and maybe hopefully it'll make some good change. I'm an adult.
You're all technically adults.
Technically, we are all adults.
Most of you are adults.
Most of us.
No.
Not even close.
Alright.
Patience is 8 going on 18.
Patience.
Sometimes.
The way
Depending
she
on
was
what my wild magic does.
the way she was talking to her father last night.
Shit gave me anxiety.
Yeah, we can. Should we bring the flower with us?
Maybe don't bring the flyer, but it would be worth mentioning.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna hold the door open. Shall we?
Alright, so as you make your way in, you find your way to the appropriate desk, you ask to seek audience, and after a approximate 30 to 40 minute waiting period, you are summoned into the council. So let me put you all on that map. Bless you. Bless the puppers. Alright, let me make sure everybody... I don't know why I thought Patience wasn't going to be here today. Get everybody situated. Alright, everyone. Alright, cool. Yeah, 1 moment. Sir, you're being very rude right now. Okay, there we go. Boop.
Boom.
Alright. Alright. Let's get... there it is. Dude. As eventually the city noises are silenced behind castle walls, and we... Alright. So you make your way in, you see the allotted council hands. Some of them missing, some of them present now, as it was a matter of who's available at what time. You'll see Romalia, Haventree, Lariel Silverhand. You see the half-elven monk Leosin, who's known as who's part of the Harper Guild. You also see Captain Colin. You see Conrad Braun Anvil, and then Taryn Hornblade. So they're all kind of sitting around the council table and looking to all of you. As you enter, they all stand politely. You also see Patience. You also see your Pop kind of hanging out in the corner.
I don't have control over Patience.
You do not. That sounds like a Patience problem. Does Patience ever have control over Patience? I mean, nobody can control Patience, so,
No.
you know. Make sure
No,
everybody
she's
else
gonna
has
make a
control.
beeline over to her grandfather.
She'll be like, hey! Where have you been?
I found my dad. I found my papa.
That's awesome, okay. Oh. My goodness. Lord have mercy, that dog.
No, stop.
sort. As he'll just kind of like squat down, he'll like ruffle your hair. Champ, if you want to get down, just get down. Go. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Goodness.
Yeah.
So it shakes.
I'm getting better at the bow.
It's like a little chip off the old block. He's, be very proud to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It will not be spoken, but she's mentally thinking, yeah, I shot one of my former captors so many miles away. Not miles, but ways away.
Yep. So, all right, Tarsius, as you approach the table, Lady Haventree's going to look to you, give you a curtsy, just...
Proper.
So, you are... I see you all have returned alive. I also was given word that Lord Tataric returned, but he's wishing to step away to be with his family.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, so... Does that mean that you are all in need of sponsorship, or...
Well, yeah, kinda. That was one of the things we wanted to discuss. I also just brief you guys on what's been happening and what we did, and what things we need to fix in the future, and maybe things that we should prepare for the future. Do we stretch all the way to I think he's gonna turn around towards his sister. Like, what was the name of? Where do we go? Icewind Dale. But he's gonna like not remember the name of it, and just wait for his sister to like tell him, like, oh yeah, we went all the way to Icewind Dale, and there was a tribe of Minotaurs, and then also some kobolds, and there was 2 white dragons, and there's also a red dragon, and there's also that one guy, what was his name, Hawk? And he's gonna tell all the details, but like forget snippets that are kind of important, like the names of individuals or like exactly where they were, and then just ask Cordelia and Hawk to like fill him in on some specifics that he doesn't know.
Cordelia's just gonna say, I'm bad. Whisper to Tarsius, I'm bad with names.
oh yeah. And then ask for Hawk, and then when Hawk kills him, just explain everything that happened. That they took the horn.
3 dragons.
There was 3 dragons.
A kraken.
There was a kraken that was set loose over there. The village that was
almost
destroyed. But we are there. This is the thing we probably should discuss beforehand. They specifically want one of our friends' blood. Yeah, they were after another individual. He's gonna be hesitant and not specifically give out names because I'm not ratting out my cousins. But they wanted someone's blood. Apparently, that was important for some ritual, and now they can't have that individual, so they're looking for somebody else's. So we came here to discuss all that. Also, and stand up properly because this is like the not comfortable thing to say. Well, in all adventures, some of our financial situations have been taken care of by Lord Greyson, but we don't have him anymore, and it will be very difficult to, as the word on the street is, save the world from Tiamat with only 15 gold in pocket, because we need to eat, and I eat a lot. Also, some of us might need new equipment for whatever adventures that we need to go to. Didn't just wait for them to reply to all that after 5 or 10 minutes of him talking nonstop.
They'll all just be staring at you as you're rambling, and eventually, Taryn kind of like looks at you and just kind of like gives like a small snort, just like, so. What you're telling me is you came here empty-handed. You were given the task of retrieving the Dracon, retrieving the white dragon mask, and you bring nothing to the table. And then you're asking for financial compensation.
Have you ever faced 3 ancient dragons at once? Have you ever faced a kraken at the same time in a cult? Before you speak to us of not doing something, maybe you should speak to the other people that actually do things. Have you spoken with giants? Have you spoken with dragons? Have you spoken with the people in the city? Or do you just speak with yourselves?
Lady Silverhand will just kind of like gently put a hand on the table and be like, perhaps we should start at the beginning. It's quite a lot that you gave us, Mr. Chadington. Thank you for regaling us. So, we tasked you with heading to the north to investigate the Drakhorn and the White Dragon Mask. And you said that you traveled to the north under the sponsorship of Lord Tataric, as well as procuring your own means of sailing. With that, you've encountered locals that live in the area. You've faced 3 dragons. We were only notified there was the one. Yeah. Does that mean there was cult activity in the north?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
They were concealing the dragons.
The cult was?
Yeah, as far as I could understand. They were using the Minotaur home as kind of their little hideaway.
Right. Okay, so they've coerced the locals into hiding the Dragon Slayer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think fear might have been more than coerce, but I don't know what the true definition of that word is.
Anyway, so what was the state of this north then? You said that there was 3 dragons, and did you see any members of the cult?
Y'all?
Yeah.
Look towards everyone for the details on that. Like fill in some and then ask for like the second part of another thing, and eventually just spill the beans with everything.
DM?
Yes.
Would, from the time that she had been captured, would Patience have known Severin's name?
You do. However, you cannot say for certain that was who you saw. Mm-hmm. As he never really spoke his name while he was there, nor did anybody else. Can you, as Lady Silverhand, will just kind of steeple her fingers, would you say you could describe or recognize any kind of status that these cult members had? Was there anything significant about them?
Did we ever meet Janva?
You did. You met her once at the Dragon Council meeting.
Okay. Then I will actually state, one of them kind of looks like that one drow member that was here. Similar features. Janva, I believe.
So there's a moment where they're just all dead quiet. And they all look to each other. As Leosin stands up,
I'm pretty sure they're not
the
same person, but similar features, at least.
Yeah. And Leosin
not trying to be, and then she's trying to explain herself, not trying to say that all drows look the same.
Oh yeah. As you're in the middle of trying to fumble through that faux pas, you just kind of
try to not offend anybody.
You see Leosin quickly get up and leave the room, and then when he comes back, you see him return with Janva. Get on the map, girl. Bam. Fancy new icon. What's up?
Nice.
Bang, girl.
As she'll approach the table, and as Leosin returns to his seat, and she'll stand over here by y'all. She'll just... I was told that you encountered my brother.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
Is your
Do you have? So I'm guessing you have a brother, and apparently that's your brother.
Unfortunately,
you kind of do an X at them? Sorry, not sorry.
don't be sorry. He's done some unspeakable things that I don't. When I call him brother, I say it with a severe distaste in my mouth.
Pretty much all of us died to a mission that we were tasked to do. Unfortunately, yes, we did fail, but information was not complete. One dragon was 3 to begin with.
Yes, as it goes, Severn, as he's called, is the leader of this cult, and anywhere he goes, he doesn't like to be called this, but pet Cormorant follows.
Hey, is Cormoran the pet or is your brother the pet?
If you ask either of them, they would say the other.
Oh,
It's one way to put it.
okay.
Red dragons have their pride. That's... Cormorant likes to think he's above that. And my brother believes he has a higher calling to his mistress. But the fact that you met with my brother and lived shows that you have a chance, at least.
Facing one dragon was a task enough as it is.
I understand.
But there
I've
was
faced a
3
few.
plus whatever that thing is on top of one of the dragons that was almost always attached to
No.
her.
Yeah.
What do you mean by thing?
I'm not entirely sure what it is, but there is a creature on top of the white dragon
Yeah, it
that's pretty much attached.
it looked like someone stretched skin over another dragon.
Melthrond?
Was that the name?
Is that
I'm not
Melthrond?
good with names.
Yeah, Malthorn was the name of the wizard.
Okay.
John will kind of like take a minute and she'll think. So, the thing about that is something similar is happening to a variety of people that have gone missing and end up in the hands of, well, that is the handiwork of wizards that have no boundaries, and the cult is currently working with red wizards at the moment.
Wait, they're being stretched into looking like that?
What is happening? I knew somebody like this. She wished to gain the powers of a dragon, and by doing so, she allowed the wizards to experiment on her and imbue her with draconic magic. And in doing so, they used the parts of dead dragons to make it possible. Literally anybody with, a sense of ethics would tell you how astronomically wrong it is. But the Red Wizards are all about seeking power. They're all about finding new ways to change the form, to change anything living and corrupt it in some way. In my time with the cult, the wizards that were working with us, they were considered defectors of their original country. And they were looking to find a way to overthrow the current lich in power in their country.
There's a lich now?
There's always been a lich in Thay.
No.
In fact, the cult was originally run by a lich until, well, Severn came around. But yes, these select wizards are attempting to retake their country with their own monster.
All right, well, let's stop them.
Right. I mean, that is certainly a valiant effort. Just need to find them first. They are very closely guarded. But I take it, since you're here, you didn't procure the white mask.
We didn't find. We never saw it.
And there's a chance that Severn already has it. It was lost in the north, and potentially one of the white dragons recovered it and then handed it directly to Severn. As a token of good faith that Tiamat would bless them. However, he doesn't have... Well, at this point, technically the cult has all of the masks. But as a form of security, they are keeping one separate. Because they don't want to form the crown just yet. Not until the solstice, that is.
When's the solstice?
Like
At
the
end of the month.
winter solstice?
The winter solstice, yes.
But winter's coming.
Uh-huh.
Motherfucker. No, it's House of Dragons season, sir.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Motherfucker, it's House of Dragons right now. Okay. So. Yes, precisely.
Okay.
I know this seems very dire right now.
A little.
You think?
And she'll kind of like reach into a pouch on her belt and pull out a note.
Ooh.
I was handed this by, and she'll kind of look at the council and then look to you, a friend. And there is somebody that is claiming to have the blue mask.
Oh.
That is looking to leave the cult.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, one thing that's Talus and I had found out was there were a lot of people looking to get out when they realized what was going on. And this person is one of them.
Where do we find this person?
And she'll hand the note to you, Tarsius, since you're the closest.
Read it and then pass it
All right,
immediately
so,
to Hawk.
Please. Fuck. Where's the note? Where's the note? I had the book, and then it's ran over. I'm gonna blame Rube because he's over here too. Okay.
Patience is just gonna immediately go over. Don't read it out loud.
Don't read it out loud?
Don't.
Oh, okay.
If
This area is just like a chip off the old block.
knowing more powerful spellcasters, they're probably watching.
Tarsius is like,
They
I
could
just went to the restroom a couple of minutes ago. Better not be watching me there.
All right, I'm going to read it out, but this is what's on the note, Tarsius.
Okay.
So, you don't know me, but we can help each other immeasurably. My name is Iskander, and I made a terrible mistake in joining the Cult of the Dragon. That name is familiar because this is a note that was handed to, that Tabin has procured from his own sources.
Okay, I was like,
So this note was read before.
No, sounds so familiar. Yeah, okay. I mean, named. Okay.
The cult's horrifying plans are sure to bring doom to all, but I can stop those plans with your help. Rescue me from the cult's clutches, and I will deliver you the prize of prizes, the Blue Dragon Mask. Without it, Severn faces an insurmountable setback in his effort to call Tiamat back to our world. The mask is here in Zonthal's tower, being studied and guarded by only a handful of wizards, including myself. The danger of my treason becoming known grows with every passing day, and if I'm discovered, I'll surely be killed. Please hurry for the sake of everyone and everything you value.
Okay.
And then there is and then that's all the note says.
Okay. Pass that over to Cordelia, then Hawk. Then this is urgent. We should get a move on, right? Like, I'm ready right now.
We need to at least maybe gather a little bit of supplies and whatnot.
Oh yeah. Since we are about to embark on a dangerous mission to potentially save the world, can we have some gold to buy potions and armor and things like that, please? Thank you.
Tarsius.
Money, please.
Money, please! Tarsius, roll me a persuasion.
Help me, I'm poor.
Yeah. My one of my trained skills is persuasion.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Work that noble feature. Yes, sir.
That'll be 19.
Okay. As Taryn looks like he's about to say something, but Romalia just kind of clears her throat. If you are coming forward as a official adventuring guild,
Yep.
I suppose we'll need to draw up some paperwork and get you your proper funding.
He's not saying this out loud. He's just saying it to himself, like,
Yes. Finally, I'm being like Papa.
Exactly. My first negotiation.
The baby's first negotiations. Right, so I will get the paperwork drafted, and we can get you fitted for this adventure. You can always give us an itemized list of what you need to travel.
Oh, okay.
And she will set a box down on the table, and she says, "It's not much, since this was a very short notice meeting, but and she'll open it, and there is going to be a stack of about 20 platinum in the box.
Cool.
Hopefully this will get you started, and whatever else you need, we can reimburse."
Okay. Dope.
So, is there anything else you wish to speak about?
Yeah. Takes like a slight step forward. You hear this who's kind of against the floor a little bit, and his tail's wagging, and before like he makes it stop, like a little bit of nervousness. Your counsel, yes. Some information has befell my ears, and
My lordly ears.
my noble ears. How many of you actually live in Waterdeep?
We'll just kind of like look at each other. Well, this Lady Haventree, myself and Lady Silverhand reside here in the castle. Leosin's a informant from, many places. Ambassador Bronanvil is technically from the north. He travels here and there.
But do you actually go out and meet with your fellow citizens?
Constituents.
I mean, it's a little dangerous at the moment with cult activity on the rise. Our castle was just seized several months ago.
Well, yeah. I mean, we are people of royalty, so we are the target. But what I'm trying to get at is, I guess, don't be a stranger to the common person.
For they might think that your interest only lies in your castle and not with them.
She'll just kind of like cock her head slightly. Did you hear something?
I mean, the fact that you haven't heard is what is concerning. It's all over town.
Well, there's only a handful of us, and we can't sweep the entire city every day.
No, I'm not saying you can't sweep the entire city every day, because I can't. I just got off a ship, and I was just fighting dragons, and I know about this. And if I know about this, means that people have been murmuring for a while. It takes a lot of energy to get people together to actually start petitioning and making flyers and talking. So that means that there's a lot of energy that hasn't been focused on them. Not saying that you're doing anything wrong. Not saying that your heart is not in the right place or pointing any fingers in any directions. But just don't be a stranger to the people who are producing the means for everything.
So, what do you suggest then, Mr. Chadington?
Just like go say hi to people, be friendly, invest in projects that have to do with the citizens. You can like have a representation of the working peoples. That'll be dope. I mean, that would be it will behoove you.
Hooves. Yes. Good.
God damn it.
Yes,
I'm so mad I've never used that before. I'm so fucking mad at myself for that.
All I'm saying is that, you were in the place that you're in because so am I. Because we were born in a privileged location. And yes, some of us worked our way up here, but you know what I mean.
So do you have a candidate then that you're wishing to elect?
Not me. I don't know. We could go talk to people in the city and see who they would like to elect into a position like this. If you would like, while we're out, I guess, gathering what we need, we can listen and ask. I don't think it hurts. And I'm not from here, so I don't know what your city needs, but I know what my city needs because I walk those streets. I know what roads need pavement. I know what schools need funding. I know which guards aren't doing the best job and which guards are doing great jobs. Just don't be a stranger up high in your big castle. But I can give you a name. Oh, not I, but like we can give you a name of people that we think would be cool and discuss him. And I guess that's a place to start, right?
Right. If you would, we can put it into consideration.
Okay. I think that would be nice.
So do you have a name?
I look towards Hawk. And like,
Hawk's like Donovan.
As you say that, everyone roll me an insight.
I'm mediocre at this. That's a fucking nat 20 though.
Nice.
Hey.
I just threw that on the floor. Okay.
Hawk, please. We know you just had a growth spurt, but be gentle.
Oh, hell
23.
yes.
22.
I also got a nat 20.
Nice. What do we get, Cordelia?
23. I didn't get a nat 20.
Oh, damn. That'd be so cool if everyone got a nat 20 at once.
What is this again?
It's an insight check.
Insight.
Yes.
Cordelia getting better than me with my nets.
That is also a natural 20.
Oh, shit.
That's 23 now.
Wow.
I'm a
Damn,
roller
Cordelia. Damn.
We are raiding
it's
the
so mad
room.
at that 20.
I just like looked and I'm like, oh my god.
All right.
We're
so,
like, it's
I was
our
like, if we
friend
funny
Donnie.
rolls a nat 20.
So
Donnie
you mentioned Donovan, and Patience, since you're closest to your grandfather, you hear him go,
Oh shit.
as the entire table kind of like is quiet, but you see Lady Haventree and Lady Silverhand give polite smiles. putting on, airs. You see Leosin kind of furrow his brows slightly.
Okay.
Are you certain?
Okay, so I would like to be the person that does not sit here and actively endorse. I've met Donovan once.
So you should not be actively endorsing someone that you only met once.
I am not, but the fires and things that are going up in the city, it seems that that is the person that the people are currently endorsing.
So you say that, and Leosin leans over to Lady Haventree and says, "This could be a problem."
Why is it a problem?
Because, and you should know this since you only met him once, but be wary that Donovan, or Donnie as he likes to be called, is rumored to have ties to the Black Centaurum.
To the what?
To the Black Centaurum.
Can I roll a history to see if I know what that is?
You may absolutely roll history.
Box rolling too.
14.
I'll take it.
Is it a cool club where all the cool kids go?
Oh, it's a cool club, all right, but you don't want to be in it.
Oh man.
All right. So
too cool.
anybody else rolling history, or?
I did. Hawk got a 15.
All right, so I'll take it. So you've heard rumors about this Centaurum, also known as the Black Network. It's a loose affiliation of merchants, mercenaries, malefactors. It's an eclectic group of people, but you know that it has kind of questionable goals, as a lot of the people that kind of flash the name around are a lot of thieves, a lot of rogues, a lot of people with bad intentions, assassins, black market dealings, illegal runnings, a lot of underground work that's a little bit shady and can get your hands dirty real fast. And if somebody has kind of their hands in the Black Network, then there's a chance that they might have more or less mafia ties to thieves guilds and places that definitely may not have the best interests at heart, but it's definitely a place of the downtrodden and people trying to make ends meet, but also doing whatever it takes to make some coin.
Okay. When that name gets mentioned, Tarsius's academia is popping in. I mean, I'm no professor, but Jesus' actual school
actually.
Most individuals that are put into positions like that and resort to not so legal means to acquire ends meet, and risky situations that can potentially harm someone and they need protection because they don't want to be sorted or put into jail, etc. They do this not because they want to, but I'm sure the top do because they're bad people, but the majority of them are doing it because this is the only means that they can eat. They've been forced into these situations because they don't feel safe. If there's ties to organized crime, it's because safety and food is an issue. Respectively speaking.
And as Lady Silverhand, and we very much appreciate your viewpoint on that. It's just, whenever the Centaurum is mentioned, we try to be cautious because...
Yeah, of course.
You never know who you're dealing with.
Understood.
And chances are you have people that are going to be working for the highest bidder, and say, if we have information that the cult wants, then they're willing to pay out for that information.
Yeah. I think all these problems are kind of the B problem. Obviously, the first thing we need to do is make sure that we don't all die of a apocalypse. But when we I'm gonna point to everyone in the room. When we do stop this dragon, 5-headed dragon, from killing everything, because we will, because that's what we're going to do. And Cordelia is probably the only one that's like, he is saying this to himself. He's not really saying it to anyone else, but he's like, this is him talking to himself. When
Psyching himself up.
when we do stop them, then we can work on these other issues of the people, because people need help, and we can help them.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Chadington.
Yeah. His tail is kind of like wagging a little bit, and he stops it.
If that is all, we will take what you have into consideration, and we'll draw up your paperwork for your adventuring guild.
Okay. Take like bows, and then doesn't know if he bowed too early, so bows again.
Okay.
I will bow. When we kind of turn around or whatnot, I'm just gonna nudge Tarsius. Like, so what's our adventurer guild name?
I don't know. Oh, we can discuss that. We need
Workshop.
Yeah, patience. Patience. We need your vote.
Yeah.
What do you want to be called?
I don't know.
Okay. We will.
As you all
more
or less make your way out. Janva will stay behind. Just kind of give a nod to you all as you leave. Yes.
I guess as they are going out, Patience is gonna kind of like stop and then turn around to Java and just be like, "You mentioned the name Talus.
I did.
Is she okay?"
She just kind of takes a breath, and you see her shoulders sag slightly. No, unfortunately not.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. We knew what we were getting into. She knew the risks, and it's what happens. Sometimes you lose friends along the way. And judging by all of your looks, I assume you've all lost your handful.
No.
I'm sorry. Just going forward, know that dealing with the cult, you are going to sometimes lose more than you can gain. Just take care of who you have right now. Because you never know when your last goodbye is going to be your last goodbye. Alright, well, I will let you get back to it.
I would, because Hawk does see him there.
Yeah.
If I may. Are you... He'll look over at the dwarven gentleman at the table and be like, your name is... You're the Councilman Bronnenville?
He'll, like, look you up and down, Hawk, and just kind of, like, turn in his seat to look at you. Yeah, that's me.
Might I have a word with you?
Here or privately?
Whichever would make you more comfortable.
I'll just nod to the door. And just, you'll step out into the hallway for a moment.
Be here if you need me.
Thanks. Hawk will extend his hand and be like, Nicodemus Hawkins.
He'll shake your hand very... He'll kind of, like, raise a brow at your very strong grip.
Sorry. Getting used to that. I don't know how much you've been filled in by the council on the goings on that we had before we left to go to Icewind Dale. We went to like a summit, if you will, with between the dragons and the giants. Trying to
very rare.
Yes, with the metallic dragons and the giants, but while we were there, they are working on coming to an agreement, and putting aside differences and things for the sake of stopping the end of the world, honestly. And we've been trying to put together a force, or they're trying to put together a force of them, so that, should the time come that we need them, we have the support of the giants and the metallic dragons. We did find one particular dragon that was not very keen to help in the cause. And it was because of something that I believe you can help with. I know that this is not necessarily my place, but I want to try to make this work for the sake of everyone. One of the dragons that we met was named Otari. And Otari has refused to work with everyone and on the battleground to fight Tiamat, if that should come to be an issue. And has only agreed to help if and work with the councils and include the dwarves as part of this thing if his niece's scales are returned. And it was explained to me that you were in possession of those scales. Otari wanted to arrange to meet you, and gave word not to do harm, if he could get back his niece's scales. And I believe he also wanted an apology. I don't know the whole of that, but I know that you're a valued member of this community, and that you're an elected ambassador for a reason. And I didn't feel it right to confront you in front of the entire council, but I just wanted to have this word to see if you would be willing to arrange this.
He'll look up to you, and you see when you mention the scales, you see his hand kind of like holds onto the breastplate of his armor, and you can see his thumb just kind of like slightly rub it as he thinks for a moment. This armor has been passed down to me from my father, and I plan to pass this down to my son. This has been a tradition that we've upheld, at least in my clan. So to part with this would be heartbreaking.
I understand. I understand, and I know that is something that I could not expect a decision on immediately, and obviously there's a lot on our plate at the current moment. But I would just beseech you to think about it. I understand that you have your traditions and your keepsakes and your heirlooms, and those things are important. But legacies work more than one way. Sorry. My only request now is you're thinking about it. As ultimately, it could make a very large difference in the chances of the world if the worst comes to pass.
Roll me a persuasion, Hawk.
We're kind of okay at that. That's a 15.
Okay. You see him kind of... There's kind of like a look in his eye when you mentioned legacies. And he thinks for a moment. As he then looks down, just... You ask a lot, but... If you give me some time to think.
I can do that. Obviously, we've got some ground to cover before solstice. We could always revisit this after that business is through.
Of course.
Okay. Thank you.
Right.
And Hawk will shake his hand again and be like, thank you for hearing me out.
He'll shake your hand and just... This is a difficult decision to make. This armor has history, and to give up that history, it feels like I'm losing a part of my own heritage.
That is understandable.
But thank you for bringing attention.
Of course.
So he will give your hand a shake again, and then just walk back into the council room. So
Hawk will look around and be like, good.
Okay. As everybody pretty much gathers outside the council room and departs.
Yep.
I believe we were heading somewhere specific.
The Smith?
Yeah, okay. So,
Unless anyone else had anything else? I think that was it, right?
Pants.
Pants, yeah.
Find a tailor along the way.
Find this boy some pants, please.
If you do find a tailor along the way, that'll get you some pants real quick.
Sweet.
So, Hawk with a fresh set of pants.
Hell
You make your
yeah.
way over to the blacksmith.
Does he really need pants?
I mean, it's getting to be winter. His ankles will be very cold.
True.
As you make your way back to the dock wards, kind of meandering about until you find what looks to be a forge. You hear the sound of somebody already hammering. So, making your way over there. Let me put you on that map. As I will... Let me switch the music too. They're no longer in fancy part of town. We do not need fancy music. Fancy music can go away. Okay. So you make your way back out. You follow, after visiting the tailor, you follow the sounds of what sounds like someone hammering metal. As you heard that Uncle West's friend, and also Cole at this point. Dare say call him Uncle Cole if you wish. We'll see how he feels about it later. As you follow the sounds, you are brought to a very organized forge. As the first thing you're greeted by is the warmth of this radiating off of this place. As you walk into it, and you see this very large man, very large fire ganassi with this dark gray skin, these fiery hair kind of pulled up into a top knot, as he's working in full armor at this forge. And you watch as he's wearing full armor, but his hands are bare as he reaches his bare hand into the fires and pulls out this hot piece of metal that is just cherry red with heat. As he brings it over to the hammer and he starts shaping it.
So is he a Ganassi or a bear? I guess I'm gonna look at that one like, look, it's like Uncle Ragnar, but much larger and stronger.
As you were walking up, and he's about as tall as you, but just a little bit taller.
He's friends with Uncle Wes, so is he also uncle?
I don't know. The whole family lineage is all over the place. I have no idea.
Is Cole an uncle? Are we cousins? Are we looking at patients?
He's one person's godfather.
Technically.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Would she recognize him at all?
Roll me history, Patience. You were very tiny.
Who is?
I was twee.
He was 2 years
Cole,
old, so you better tell me.
Yeah. Who is Care's godchild?
That's a dirty 20.
So yeah, you recognize him. You don't recall the face, but you do recognize a very large man with bright, like, fiery hair.
I see her. I feel like her tail's gonna just start, like, going. Yeah. She'll just, like, pop her head in and then just trying to recall, like, what she and Basil called probably Uncle Care. Honestly.
Fair.
Yeah. Uncle Care. Uncle Care. Uncle Care.
As he kind of stops his work and kind of, like, looks to you, like, raises a brow, and then returns the metal to the fire. As he kind of, like, dusts his hands off, you see, like, the sparks of the metal just kind of, like, fly off and dissipate into the air. It's been a while since I've seen you. So he'll walk around the forge, and he'll go, and he'll kind of, like, pick you up by, like, the hook of your arm and just kind of, like, sit you on his shoulder. Does that mean your fathers are in town?
I just had to go. We just had to go and rescue my my papa.
You know, that sounds about right. What was she called? I'm sure West and I would have gone on our way to find him.
That's what Uncle Wes said too.
Right. I should tell him I'm in town again. So, who are... So, Tarsius, Cordelia.
Hello.
So he will give you all a big smile. Scene as he kind of, like, looks to you, Tarsius, like, you've gotten very tall.
I'm gonna turn around, like, rapidly with the biggest weapon that's there. Hello! Hi! Very excited.
Is Scare taller than Tarsius, or are they?
No, they're about, Tarsius is like 8 feet tall, so
yeah, he's
technically Tarsius is much bigger.
Yeah. Okay.
Sir, why are you pushing me? That's
8'3" with the horns. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just if Kara activates his giant.
Then he's the
Oh,
biggest.
oh yeah. He's
So, as he gives you both a very warm smile, then looks over to you, Hawk, kind of like sweeping a glance at your runes, and then kind of tilts his head, and you are.
Nicodemus Hawkins. Hawk.
I'll show you yours if you show me mine.
Now, this isn't the kind of place where he would say that to somebody.
It's quite the fancy rune work you have there.
Thank you. I was told that this might be a place I could come to learn. Well, learn more.
I mean, if you're willing to learn, I could teach you a few things. As a Master Rune Knight myself.
I've never... Hawk's gonna be like... I've never actually met another Rune Knight, so I figured this might be a little bit of an easier way to acquire some knowledge, because, to be honest, sometimes giants are really not that friendly.
He'll just kind of laugh, just like, it's the hill giants, aren't they?
It's always the hell giants.
Not very... Well, they're... not the friendliest.
No. Threw a boulder at my head. Twice.
That sounds about right. So... Well, if you have the time, I could teach you a thing or two.
I don't know how much, time we have today. Hawk's sitting there like, we're actually already about to have to leave.
You guys can train, and me and Cordelia and Patience can make a list of all the things that we need to get and go around town getting them, like a shopping spree.
I kind of want
Shopping
to.
episode.
I want to do that, but I also want to kind of go and check back up on my papa.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. Wait, yeah. Do you have like an awesome like weapon, like a big flail, or like a giant axe that's like super good against evils, or like cultists, or I guess dragons, because we're fighting dragons too. You got anything like that?
I could certainly make something if I have a moment.
Okay.
But, looks like you're all grown up and already going on your own adventures.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to tell me all about it sometime.
Okay. Wait. Oh. Sometime means not now. But okay.
Well, maybe after I see what this one can do, and he's gonna nod towards Hawk.
Okay.
I have a sparring ring out there. If you'd like, I can knock you around a few times and see what you're made of.
Okay.
Alright.
I almost died a couple days ago. This can't be that bad.
It's a good attitude to have.
Tarsius is gonna go over the corner. Did you bring the popcorn? We need to keep popcorn in mind, in hand, every time this happens.
Looking kind of like in the distance. How far is Uncle Wes's house? Tavern.
Roll me a perception.
Because she will do all her actions to go there and get popcorn. Go back. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. It's quite a way. It's a couple blocks over, so you're gonna have to like really run.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
And he'll put Patience down and kind of just kind of ruffle her hair a bit. He steps over to Hawk and just says, "So, interested to show me what you're made of?"
Let's do it.
And that's where we're gonna leave it then.
Nice.
So, pick it up 2 weeks. Have
Nice.
Hawk versus Care. See what happens.
Hopefully another win like we won the last time we fought people.
Oh, this is a real fight, Hawk. This isn't a wrestling match.
Oh, great! It'll be
Oh, cool.
fine.
We can update that one meme of the skeleton and the explosion, only instead of West and Care, it's going to be Care and Hawk.
Yes. Absolutely.
Hawk's-
All right.
Nice.
Hawk's like, he's friends with West. I beat West in a wrestling match. This can't be that bad.
Oh, this is very different. I'd love to see if Hawk can beat West in a real fight. So, we will pick this up again in 2 weeks. Next week is, I believe,
Session
the day
0.
we do this the session 0 for Sea Devils.
Yeah, Sea Devils. Oh, excited.
So you will see all these wonderful faces and more next week. So,
Excited.
and so sit tight, y'all. It's gonna be Monday again soon. So, thanks y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all next time. All right.
Adios. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.